Hey, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, hi. Oh man, I wonder how insane this event's gonna end up being. The idol industry interests me the most out of here. Though, of course, Hoshiguma's side is also cool, but... Haruka, Momoka... I'm so curious about the insanity. Also, her meeting up with Hoshiguma under these circumstances is so funny. I'm entertained by that, so let's continue. With AT2, Tales of the Supernatural. It is an ordinary evening. The video editor is doing overtime as usual. He spots a black shadow in the footage. As he plays it frame by frame, the black shadow slowly approaches with a smile on his face. Ooh, ominous. I'll just keep my team as is. Actually, wait. I could put the other Hoshiguma here, now that I think about it. Let me steer a tiny bit. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. The Enfield addiction's real. Oh, do I want to put Haruka in here now I think about it? Let me stare real quick. Hello. Okay, unlimited duration's always nice. Wait, that means I should put someone else instead. So I could take out Perfumer and put in Haruka as a secondary healer. Maybe? Or I could just keep both. Or everyone. Lemon could be replaced by... Haruka in that case. Okay, I've decided. Boop. Unlimited duration's always nice, so that one I'm choosing. Wait, did I not change it? Okay, wait, no, it is changed right now. Phew. Well-dressed young man. I love his mask. Hello, madam. I don't think I've seen you in Kajimachi before. What's your name? Do you need something? Some stranger ransacked my house. I need to go clean up. You haven't heard the news? It seems that someone snuck across the northern border into Mitsukue. My name is Tetsuya Sorimachi. I'm a member of the Kinseki Kai. Please tell me who you are. I know everyone here in Kajimachi and I've never seen you before. Tetsuya... Could it be? No way. I'm going home, Tetsuya. Home? Don't be ridiculous. Do you even know the story behind this haunted house? This was the home of the first chairman of the Kinseki Kai, and his clinic too. He was the best doctor we ever had. He saved countless lives. After he passed away, the house went to his daughter. Are you claiming to be his daughter? Hold on. You're pretty tall. You have a single horn. And look at your hair. Is that really you, Hoshiguma Aneki? Aneki? Tetsuya, you... Big bro? The haunted house Kaidan is about you? I never died. I never disappeared. I never became a Kaidan. I just went to Lungmen, that is all. Who can verify the truth of what you're saying? Go ask Uncle Tessai. I have nothing to say to that man. Oh? You're with Kimbe? Then go ask him about it, don't bother me. I'm going to pay my respects to my father. Come talk to me, Funes-san, with me. You can return home after we sorted this out. I politely refuse. The young man takes out the wooden bokuto hanging from his waist and points it at Hoshiguma. Upon seeing that his weapon is a blade made of wood, Hoshiguma lets out a sigh of relief. She sets down the hanya and faces Tetsuya, barehanded. Oh, she's gonna snap his sword. Have we met? Never. Do you really think you can beat me with a bokuto? I've heard the story of the Ao-Oni of Kinseki Kai before. So you... Tetsuya? You're picking another fight? Last time you provoked someone, it almost became an actual sword fight. Haven't you learned your lesson? This is none of your business, Kichise. Mifune told me to watch out for strangers. I need to take this woman to see him. She doesn't look like an easy mark to me. Why are you picking fights with ghosts? It's like, I remember you from the concert. Hiss. Wait, where was the Nexus files? Oh, it was just in archives? At first I was thinking, was it on the map? Okay, it wasn't on the map. You know her? She popped up yesterday on stage during the concert and nearly scared Momoka half to death. She's really a ghost? No, what kind of ghost runs from and then gets caught by the cops? Did you somehow break out of jail, or the cops unable to hold you? They let me go, thank you very much. Humph, boring. Calm down, Tetsuya. Don't always take Mifune as the supreme authority. I know you hate your father and don't want to go home, but at least try to carry yourself with a little decency, or else Aolo Kajimachi is going to treat you like the plague. Kichise. So Uncle Tessai remarried? And he gave you the same name as his first son? That's kind of awkward. He treats you and your mother poorly? Before, when we used to fight, I would ask him why he married my mother. His first wife and son were killed, along with your father. Then the girl he had raised, like his own daughter, suddenly went missing. He was supposed to die alone, so why did he have to drag my mom into it? Why did he have to ruin our lives too? This is so messy. I feel bad for Tetsuya and his mom. Hoshiguma stares at the young man, who is staring back at her through his mask. She realizes he is not looking at her like an enemy. What are you sighing about? Nothing. I'm just tired. Don't lie to me. The young man adopts a fighting stance and attempts to close in on Hoshiguma at a tricky angle. Hey! What kind of empty-hand disarm technique is this? You read too many mangas. This is the most basic of basic grappling techniques. Did you settle down yet? The young man doesn't answer, even though she's peering through a mask. Hoshiguma can clearly see that the young man looks a bit depressed. You were all fired up just a moment ago. No need to give up so quickly. If your skills aren't up to par, just train harder. Who says I'm giving up? How can you tell that I'm... Forget it. So what really happened between you and Uncle Tessai? You can't ask me that question, Hoshiguma and Aniki. The young man hooks a bokuto back on at his waist. He wants to wave goodbye, but can't bring himself to do so. Ooh, hello, hello. Yeah, the note for who made the Originium Oak, aka Endman. Planting it, which I'm like, oh, well, that's different. Our baby tree. Happy Saturday. I spent most of the day... I was gonna say, I slept most of the day sleeping. Of course I slept most of the day sleeping. That's what one does when you're sleeping. But yeah, most of the day I spent sleeping. Oh man, that was so bad. I was debating doing stuff today, but I thought to myself, you know what? I can just do stuff on Sunday. Why do that today when I can just nap? Ha ha ha. You slept until like 5 p.m. so you can relate. Pretty much me. Worth it. After standing there for a moment, he gives Hoshiguma a stiff nod and limps off towards the outskirts of town. Ahem, Go-san? My name is Hoshiguma. Hoshiguma, Tetsuya may be stupid, but he's not evil. He only started working for Mifune because he had a falling out with Old Man Tessai. Lately, rumors have been flying about someone from the Northern Court sneaking into Mitsukue. Mifune probably decided he was too annoying and sent him to wander the city, telling him to go catch the Northern Spy, and he actually took it seriously. This morning, Kinbei killed one of his minions here in Kajimachi for the crime of trespassing. Tetsuya's Uncle Tessai's son. I hope Kinbei doesn't go lop off his head too. You look awfully young, Kichise. What brings you to Kajimachi? I inherited my grandmother's shop, the Lucky Star. Old Man Tessai's pachinko parlor is under it, so I help him mind his shop too. You can handle 2 jobs at the same time like that? Shrugs. Ever since Sebastian Mifune announced he was redeveloping Kajimachi, no one really comes by anymore, so I have plenty of free time. What do the residents think of the redevelopment plan? Huh? Mifune doesn't give two shits about what the locals think. His people usually don't mind trespassing into Kajimachi. Some people come to stir up trouble, while others come to drive people out. We're powerless to stop them. Even old man Tessa can't keep them in check. The old man's only been able to hold them off because he's got the deed to Kajimachi and is still the titular head of the Kinsekikai. Otherwise, Mifune would have taken it long ago. Thanks for sharing all that. No need to thank me. If you do end up moving back here, we'll be neighbors. Good neighbors help each other. By the way, what were you calling Mifune? Kinbe? That was his name before you hit it big. Oh, okay. Then that's what I'll call him from now on. Oh, but Hoshiguma-san, I really want to know more about you. Is the Kaidan legend true? Did you really hunt and kill on a mission of vengeance 20 years ago? Sorry, I don't have time to talk about that right now. I got a lot to do. Sure, whatever. You go do your thing. I'll be right here in the pachinko parlor. Come find me if you have time. Oh, by the way, I'm heading to the shrine to pay for Momoka tomorrow, and then there's the fireworks festival the day after, so don't come either of those 2 days since I'll be out. Fireworks festival? Ooh, sounds fun. I guess it is fireworks season. I want to try pachinko. I wonder how painful it would be for me. Just Ooh, 4 hours of sleep due to Enfield. Totally worth it. Momoko sits in the cramped little room in front of a plank that doesn't look particularly healthy. In front of a plant that doesn't look particularly healthy. It looks like a few more of your leaves have gone yellow. Well, at least you have a few new leaves to bounce those out. There's not enough sunlight in this room. Your stem keeps bending towards a window. Ugh. Please don't die, Hasuke. Next to the plant, there's a whole row of baffling objects arranged from right to left. An empty water tank, a few flower pots filled with soil but no plants, a climbing frame for cloud beasts, and in the middle, a tiny electronic terminal, so small that its purpose is indiscernible. And on the far left, there's a tightly sealed gym bag. There's no way to tell what's inside. Ah, a tightly sealed gym bag, you say? I wonder what kind of pool she has in there. Maybe multiple 6 stars. And ooh, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream went by well. As Momoko reaches for the watering can, the phone rings. Ring ring. Mio-san?
Is this Momoka?
Producer?
Momoka, the TV station's ratings are through the roof, all thanks to your visit to that haunted house. Why aren't you the least bit excited? Have you not watched it yet, or...?
I was scared of that ghost thing before I ever agreed to do it. I hope I never see it again. That ghost.
The ghost didn't touch you. Every major station is broadcasting your show right now, and the forums are full of discussion about the Oni. Some have even created dedicated threads to revisit your past episodes. I was actually worried about your career trajectory for a while, but now I can finally relax. You're practically guaranteed to become the Southern Court's Kaidan Queen.
The Kaidan Queen? What did I do for Enfield so far during off-stream? Logging in and staring at the shop? I'm debating if I want to do some more summons right now, but I'm biding my time. But...
Alright, well, the advertisers are blowing up my phone with endorsements and offers for you. I better take some calls.
Momoko, dejected, looks back at the room. She fixes her gaze on the television. Kajimachi's haunted. There are narrow old alleys, run-down shopping streets, and street lights no one's even bothered to repair. Oh no. Press his channel button to change his channel. The vicious Oni's returned, all because of the countless wrongful deaths in Kajimachi. With no one daring to even set foot in Kajimachi, what future lies ahead for the neighborhood? Mash his channel button. Popular entertainer Momoka faces life-threatening danger in Kajimachi. Local businessman Mifune-san speaks out.
On behalf of the Kinseki group, I vow that we will fix Kajimachi's problems at their core.
Why did it blow up like this? Usually people watch the show, laugh a little, and move on. Why did this episode provoke such a reaction? I promised Kichi-say I'd do my part for Kajimachi, but if things keep going on like this, what do I do now? Momoka is actually kind of a good thing. Okay, depending. Because a lot of people do like haunted locations. So all the thrill seekers are gonna start going to Kajimachi. They'll be like, ooh, ghost sighting? I wanna see. So it could be a good thing. Could be. Ooh, you got Surtur. I'm planning to get Angelina. You want to get all of our Rose Island operators. Understandable. Though dang. Momoko takes a look at the forums. She doesn't even need to scroll to see her name. Every thread is about her. No, I'm the cause of all this. I need to respond positively. Will you support me, Hasuke? Hasuke says nothing. He's emotionally supporting her. Hello everyone, I'm Momoka Hanyu. I have an announcement to make regarding that TV show I did in Kajimachi. You all know that I filmed my first movie in Kajimachi. There was a time when a lot of the people who lived there walked the path of the Yakuza, so disputes break out from time to time. Now there are fewer and fewer people there. There's just a few quiet old streets. It's not a scary place at all. And post. Deep breath. Interacting with fans is usually so easy. Why am I so nervous this time? I hope I can help Kichi-say and Kajimachi. Let's just put the Kaidan Queen stuff aside for now. Look at how many likes it's getting. Huh? What happened? Why'd it get grayed out? The phone rings again. Who could it be? She runs to the phone and picks up the receiver. Hello? Momoka? It's clearly Mio's voice on the other end. Mio, who's usually cold, sounds like she's struggling to keep her emotions in check. Before Momoko can even respond, someone else comes on the line.
Ahoka, stupid girl, have you lost your mind? What are you doing posting like that? We've already locked the post. It looks bad for us to delete it here from the system. You have to delete yourself now.
Well,
That's all I have for now.
all you have is a giant mountain. If I'd shown up a little earlier and filmed you cleaning out the haunted house and posted it to the intercity net, who knows? Maybe it would have gone viral. Could have made us a bit of cash. Now, my shift's almost over and you bring a heaping pile of garbage over.
This is just the trash on the first floor and the courtyard. There's more on the second floor and in the basement. Uh-oh. Anyway, please take my money. Otsukare-sama desu. Alright, fine. Wait, a koban coin? You don't use kobans anymore? Or you can't make change?
How long have you been away? We switched to paper currency ages ago. Actually, I heard that Mitsuku and Kusarikawa want to eliminate cash altogether. That koban must be worth around 4,000 mon. I can't make change for it, and even if I could, I wouldn't dare accept it as payment. Who knows if it's even real?
Here's your money.
Whoa, Tesai Oyobun. Arigatou gozaimasu. I'll have someone haul this away then. The recycling pulls out a terminal and begins dispatching vehicles and personnel, while Tesai and Hoshiguma remain standing by the trash heap. Neither of them appears ready to leave. The evening air is thick and humid. As Hoshiguma looks at the trash heap, her thoughts return to Lungmen. If it was Missy standing here with me, she would have already dragged me back to her place by now, she thinks. And if it was Chen Huichie, she would have rolled up her sleeves without saying a word and started hauling trash from the basement and second floor. If it was Lin Gray or his daughter, they would never even have let the house become haunted in the first place. The old man beside her remains silent. The garbage truck arrives, gets loaded up with trash, and then rumbles away.
Did you find any of your father's things while cleaning out the house? I searched the whole first floor but didn't find anything. Uncle Tesai, I just ran into a young man named Tetsuya. Come stay with me, this place is too messy. It'll take you days to clean it up.
That's okay. I'd rather stay here in my own home.
Fair enough. I'll go and get you some clean sheets.
Otsukare. Otsukare. Uncle Tessai. As Tessai slowly walks away, Hoshiguma turns her gaze to the empty backyard. When her father died, Mitsukue still hadn't completely recovered from the chaos of the Blood Peak campaign. In accordance with the old customs, she had her father cremated. She buried his ashes in the backyard. Also, she erected a marker made of the finest wood and implored Tessai to carve the inscription. When she came to clean out the backyard, all these years later, she found the wooden marker was still standing firm, even amidst all the garbage. She's been so busy cleaning up that she hasn't had the time to tend to the grave yet. Slick reporter.
Ao Oni-san? You're Ao Oni-san, aren't you? Hey everybody, come over here. We have to get footage of this. It's a huge discovery. The Ao Oni from the Kaidan is here in Kajimachi.
Yep, I knew it. People are like, ooh, ghost sightings. We gotta get in on this.
We come to you this evening from Kajimachi, Mitsukue with an amazing discovery, the Ao Oni. After 20 years, the legendary Ao Oni of Kinseki Kai has returned. We caught a glimpse of her yesterday at the concert on Nita Street, and now she stands here before us. Is she a master mimic, a ghost wandering the mortal coil, a cold-blooded killer who's been silently stalking Mitsukue for 20 years, leaving a trail of bodies in her wake? She doesn't look like a ghost. Ghosts don't usually have physical bodies, or cast shadows. Look! The Ao Oni standing before us is casting a shadow. Hello, I'm Komatsu from Kinseki Channel. Humph. Where's your unicycle?
What? Why would she have a unicycle? Bro.
My... what? Many people think the Ao Oni is somehow related to the Wanyudo. A bunch of the Oni's victims met. Considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel, I think.
Bruh. Before the reporter finishes speaking, Hoshiguma turns around and begins walking towards the house, only to bump into another hurried reporter. More and more reporters gather around, like Originium slugs that have smelled leftover food in the sewer. She's here! Finally! The Ao Oni! It's really her! Oh, Oni-san, my name is Urakami. May I ask why you've chosen to reveal yourself again after 20 years? Is it because of all your grudges have finally been settled? Did you have anything to do with Momoka's show going viral?
Get out of my way! Ao Oni-san, I just want to ask you a few questions. Gah!
Bunk.
You're actually striking people? Kajimachi's still my private domain. You've trespassed. Have you thought about how you might make amends to the Kinseki Kai?
Tessai? This old man is stubborn and mean, and he'll really throw hands. Let's get out of here. No need to go head-to-head with them. What was the gaggle of reporters quickly scatters.
These vultures catch a whiff of news, and they come swarming in the blink of an eye. Kaidan? What Kaidan? The people living in this house have had a run of bad luck, and somehow that got tied to you. And then that evolved into a Kaidan. Ridiculous. I've got your sheets here, and your drink.
Drink?
It's so late that even the street peddlers have left for the night. You're going to pay your respects to your father. How can you do that without any sake for him?
Arigato. Will you come with me, Uncle Tessai?
No, you go by yourself. You're his only daughter. I haven't taken a good enough care of you. I can't show my face to him. If I can reforge Hanya, that will be how I make it up to him.
Aww. So how long was Texas away from Syracuse compared to Hoshiguma being away from over here? Since 20 years, over 20 years is a lot. Like heck. There's a lot of changes even after just like 1 year in some places. Though interesting how they want to get rid of paper money. But I kind of understand that. I get it. Ooh, this might get chaotic. Actually, no, it's fine. Wait, what is that guy doing? He's just jumping. No, sir, you may not jump. Oh man, I should have been facing up. Oh well, too late. You know, put her here. Why not? And over here seems decent. Actually, wait, no, over here. I wanna face those jumpy boys. The jumpy boys. Okay, so far so good. Over here. Just keep smacking them. Oh no, they went down. Oops. Actually, it's fine. Just gotta keep playing pinball. Go get him. It's only a few more anyways. No fear. Who's there? Is that a car horn? Rubs eyes. Am I dreaming? Still asleep? In the middle of the night? Oh, the unicycle! Under the bright moonlight, there's a unicycle. With all the garbage cleared away, it stands there in clear view. It's leaning to one side, not propped up against anything, yet it doesn't fall over. Did I have too much to drink? How can that be? I only had half a bottle of sake. Stranger still, she sees a tiny helmet suspended in the air above the unicycle. If an invisible person were riding that unicycle, the helmet looks like it would be the perfect size for them. But since Hoshiguma can see no invisible rider, to her eyes, the little helmet is simply floating in midair. Well, how would she see an invisible rider anyways? They're invisible. Is it a bug planted by the police, or one of Kinbei's tricks? Is it Uncle Tessai's doing? Was it created with smarts? Many people think the Ao-Oni is somehow related to the Wanyudo. A bunch of the Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel, I think. The Wanyudo? The Kaidan is real? Well, in any case, I better go take a look. Off it goes. As Hoshiguma bends down to examine it, the unicycle's pedals start spinning, and the unicycle, with its helmet, shoots off. Wait, stop right there! So menacing! The unicycle speeds ahead, with Hoshiguma chasing it. Hoshiguma can clearly see that the spinning pedals are propelling the unicycle forward, and the tiny helmet is moving up and down in rhythm. Why does it seem like an invisible person is riding the unicycle? When the vehicle turns, the pedals scrape the ground, causing a few sparks. I want to catch it. Momoka's body goes limp as she falls onto her tatami mat. I can't sleep a wink. Maybe I should go to the agency tomorrow morning. First, I need to apologize properly and really mean it. If that's not enough, I can take on some extra work. Then Mio-san will forgive me. Is that a clock? I think I'll sleep with the lights and TV on. Momoka kneels down in front of the TV and turns it on. An advertisement, loud, exaggerated, and contrived, yet as reassuring as Mitsukue itself, begins to sound. I guess I'll go to sleep then. Peace of mind and financial security. Mitsukue Life Insurance Company. Music. Konbanwa. This is the Kinseki Channel Nightly News. The time is now 1:30 a.m. It's almost the witching hour, when the ghosts are most active. Ugh. The plan formed with the Northern Court was thwarted. Heavy rain beats down on Isazaki. Damage to the agricultural plate remains under control. Now let's turn to the Mitsukue entertainment industry, which is turning some heads. Now let's turn to the Mitsukue entertainment industry, which is turning some heads. Shrill alarm. What What happened? An earthquake? A catastrophe? Sound of signal interference. Emergency, emergency. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. We are under attack by the Northern Court. Repeat, we are under attack by the Northern Court. For your own safety, please follow these instructions. Unknown ear-piercing sound. The Northern Court? How can it be? What's really going on here? Sound of signal interference. Momoka, Momoka, Momoka! What's going on? That's... a recording of my concert? Alone in this land, we all float on by. Our fleeting tender moments cause such deep sighs. Let me forever gaze into your... audio glitches. Gaze into your... If you're inside, close all doors and windows. Gaze into your... Oh, this is a haunted TV. Where, Momoka? I think I'll keep the lights and TV on so I can sleep nicely. Ends up going to a haunted channel. The is right. Momoka jumps from the tatami with a start. The thing that had just appeared on the screen is simply too bizarre. She flings whatever is in her hands at the TV in a panic. She hasn't touched the remote at all, but the TV starts to flick through the channels by itself. And now, finally, we welcome you all to the Midnight Heartbeat Cloud-Based Bar on Nita Street. Mifune Credit Bank. Credit. Chairman, give her another chance. That voice? A familiar female voice emanates from the TV. The fear in Momoka's heart slowly seizes, as she peeks out from behind the giant pillow and attempts to see the screen more clearly.
We're at a crucial crossroads.
I understand, however, we do not have evidence of her meeting Tessa in private. Neil-san and Mifune, the chairman of the group? Why is it playing on the TV? A recording or a live stream? Momoka rubs her eyes.
Mio, she's out of control. Even if this wasn't on Tessa's orders, if it happened once, it'll happen again, so do what you did before. Make her vanish quietly, without a trace.
Mifune-san, now is not the right time.
You're still pleading for mercy on her behalf.
If she were to suddenly disappear now, we'd have to pour much more effort into controlling the media narrative, which might derail your plan.
Must you always wear that pitiful expression? Since you have a soft spot for her, fine. Just find an excuse to terminate the contract and force her into retirement. Alright, and find a way to get her infected with oripathy.
What the heck, Mifune? Let's bonk him. Stinky Kimbe. Mifune-san,
You have 2 paths to choose from. Take your pick. Don't forget, out of the house full of trash, she just had to pick up that broken blade. We searched everywhere and couldn't find it, so had no choice but to hastily forge a fake one. Even if she didn't do it intentionally, that changed everything.
Right. Oh, the stick that she picked up. I hope she still has a stick. Oripathy. Mifune-san is telling Neil-san to... Who does he want to infect with oripathy? What was that business about a broken blade? I picked up a broken blade in a house full of garbage? After falling out of the haunted house, Momoka quickly changed outfits, wrapping her dirty clothes into a bundle, and left the filming location. The stick was most likely wrapped up with the bundle of dirty clothes. When Momoka stands up and goes to the entrance, she takes a stick-like thing out of her dirty clothes. And the stick is indeed a broken blade. Changed everything? This broken blade changed everything? Every instinct tells her to hurl the blade out of the window as far as she can, but she knows it will only make things worse. I better hold on to it. If there's someone out there that wants it, I can always return it, or at least... She can't tell if it's because she picked up that blade in the haunted house or because of what Mifune said on the TV, but a shiver crawls up her spine and all the way up to the top of her head. She turns the desk lamp on and off, then on again and off again. With the light on, she's afraid someone will see her shadow in the window. With the light off, she's afraid some intruder will burst in under the cover of darkness. They're talking about how they'll get rid of me just because of what I posted online? Just because I picked up a broken blade? Am I gonna get disappeared? Infected with oripathy? No way, I must have it wrong. They didn't even mention my name. Suddenly, she hears footsteps coming from downstairs. They sound familiar, steady and fast. All this has pushed Momoka to her breaking point. She can guess who's coming, but with every footstep she backs a little further away. All the way to the window. Momoka? I figured you were sleeping, so I just let myself in. But you always knock 3 times first. The one you're going to dispose of. It's not me, is it? Dispose of you? Momoka, you... The person you were talking about murdering or infecting with uropathy. It's not me, right? Mio-san, I have no idea why, but just now my TV turned itself into a weird channel and broadcast a conversation you had with Mifune-san about getting rid of someone. All I know is that our agency is a part of the Kinseki group, and that the Kinseki group and the Kinseki Kai's finances are linked. I thought there wasn't any more to it than that. She must really trust Mio to be able to say this to her. At that point, I'd be tempted to just jump out the window. I'd be like, nope! You know what? Just in case, bye! So you weren't talking about me, right? Momoka, come with me. There's still a way out of this. So you were talking about me? Yep, out the window. The way she's just standing there. I need to clean up here. It's still so much more cleaning to do. I'm going to close the door now. You wait outside me, okay? She may have said that she was going to close the door, but Momoka's too afraid to even take a step forward. Mio remains standing in the doorway. I'm going to help you. No, you don't need to help me. I'll take care of it myself. I'm going to help you. Mio-san, don't. I'm going to help you, Momoka. She says the same line for a 3rd time, with the same blank expression on her face. In the instant, her very presence, once warm and familiar, becomes terrifying. Momoka takes a few breaths, and to her amazement, finds herself opening the window and jumping off the 2nd floor. Understandable. I wonder if it's because she grabbed the blade that she's able to see this on the TV. A nice warning from beyond the grave, maybe. They say that Hoshigumo was the one who's a ghost. Nah, it's a blade. But that's good. It's good that they showed her that conversation, because, oh, that would have been so bad. It's like, oh, hi, Mio. Oops. Excuse me, sir, but a unicycle passed by your shop just now. Did you happen to see which way it was going? Yatai vendor. A unicycle? I didn't see any unicycle. Besides, Nita Street is just up ahead. It's jam-packed with people. There's no way anyone will be riding a bike in that direction. It's not a normal unicycle. It's a small... Small? How small? Very small. It zooms by so fast it's a blur. There's a little helmet floating in midair above the unicycle as well. Wait. Isn't this the Oden Yatai I was at last night? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Moriuchi. Are you sure you're chasing a unicycle with a small helmet floating midair above it? I sure am. That's not good. The unicycle you were chasing is known as the Wanyudo. They say it often appears together with the Ao Oni of the haunted house. Some even believe they're actually one entity. You know a lot about Kaidan? There's no one in the whole street that knows Kaidan better than I do. And that's not just a boast, it's true. Why? I'm looking for someone. Well, I hope you're not looking for some Ao Oni from 20 years ago. Haha, of course not. I'm looking for Kami-sama. You're looking for God? Which God?
はいおしまい一杯飲みに行こうかテキサスはどこかな
I'm hoping that by chance when Momoka jumps out of the window, Hoshigumo will catch her. That'd be cute. Notice, nighttime runaway. Rebel starts to move itself in a noisy street, revealing a black hole in the sidewalk, waiting for a fugitive to leap in. I'm ready. Ooh, I wonder which side the Nuegiri clan's a part of. Holy cow though. The lore of Utage was not what I expected, but I like it.
Kami? Yeah, I think all the funny stuff going on around Mitsukue has been tricks played by these Kami-sama. I'm looking for one of the many out there. You don't believe me? Only you're more familiar into monster type stuff. Besides, I'm finding it hard to guess what sort of Kami-sama would be so bored as to hop on a unicycle and curse my house. Haha, sounds like most other Oni I know. Why are you looking for this Kami-sama? Do you think one of them cursed you? The opposite, actually. Did me a solid once, but one day it just vanished. Could it be the Wanyudo? Maybe. Can't say for sure. After all, I can't tell what the unicycle Kami-sama looks like. So mind do me a favor? If you see the Wanyudo, or even, lucky enough to see its actual form, help me check if it looks like this.
Moriuchi pulls out a ring of keys from his pocket, with a tiny keychain attached.
A Maneki Neko? Isn't that a mascot Higashinese felines created based on feline beast stewards? The Kami-sama I met practically look the same, apart from the size difference. Hoshiguma-san, since you're no ghost, then I wager you're after this Wanyudo or to figure out what's up with your house, yeah? Taisho, I never introduced myself to you. Are you one of the Kinseki Kai? Shakes head. Nah, why would anyone from the Kinseki Kai set up a yatai here? An informant for the cops then? Shakes head. Rather throw my life away. An information broker?
Does not nod or shake head. I mean, what kind of intel guy would admit he's in the business?
But if you're in the business, then I don't think it's fair for you to ask me for help without offering anything in return. What sort of reward would you like, Hoshiguma-san? If it's information, I can tell you all I know. Don't worry about it. We can come back to that once I figure out what kind of information I'm after. Anything that would cost you your life if you talked about it, best to let me know beforehand. Last-minute confessions won't get you any help from me. No, if you really manage to find me a useful clue or two, nothing's off the table. Deal? Deal. Alright, so where should I go looking for that Wanyudo? A shrine? Don't forget, the city under us isn't called Nannin Anzai Mitsukue Oyashiro for nothing. This is the Southern Court's de facto capital, Mitsukue Grand Shrine. You can't possibly want me to go on a whole pilgrimage route? Of course not. Do you know where's a place locals call Kizuna Jinja, the Shrine of Bonds? Heard a bit about that one. Though if you know exactly which one to go to, why haven't you gone yourself? Kamigami are fickle beings. They'll willingly appear before me, but won't grace others, no matter what. And you're part of that other group? Seems so, ever since the Kami left me.
Taisho, my scooter's all busted. Help me fix it before the guys chasing me catch up. Ta-da! Meaning? Eek, why are you here?
Still think I'm a ghost, huh?
Wait, so you're not?
Momoka, what's with the panic?
I'm being chased. I rode my scooter here and shook them off, but it broke down. Could you get it running again?
Who's after you?
It's Mio-san.
Mio? Then you best be good and follow her home. Overstep your calorie count again.
No, she wants to get rid of me. My TV suddenly freaked out and started broadcasting scary stuff. She was talking to Mifune-san. They said death or apathy. Tasukete! Momoka starts to babble incoherently. Moriuchi has no time to react before Hoshiguma walks over to the scooter.
Death or apathy? Momoka-san, did you offend them somehow?
All I did was post one message. I wasn't planning anything or scheming with Tessai. Nuh-uh.
Scheming with Tessai? Let's see if this ride's fixable. Why don't you go after the Wanyudo first? Playing dumb, information broker-san. This is my second time scaring Momoka-san here. She's in a pinch now, so I should do what I can to even the score. Momoka-san, I promise you as long as I'm here, nothing will happen to you.
Dang, that's such a cool line. Oh my goodness, being told that by Hoshiguma. Thank you. Someone's coming from Mita Street. Are they after me?
Kinseki Kai outfits. Seems to be the case.
Taisho, Go-san, save me!
Go-san? Me?
Sorry, I still don't know your name.
That aside, your ride's back in action. Hop on, and leave the rest to me.
Go-san!
Oh, there you are, Momochi. Be a good girl and come home with us, yeah? Play nice and we won't hurt you.
Says a man holding a knife behind his back. Where's Mio-san? I want to talk to her.
What you trying to do, huh? Negotiate with us? For real, just be good and come back. Come back with us. Then we'll forget everything that happened today. Keep running. And I can't say for sure your pretty face won't have some new scars by the time we're done playing hide and seek. Better worry about yourselves first. And just who do you think you are?
Go, Momoka. I'll handle them. I can't leave you here all by yourself.
Then keep the backseat empty for me.
Indecipherable tongue click.
I don't care who you are or the bluff you're trying to pull. Usero!
Start the engine.
Oh my! Don't think you're getting away.
I love this getaway. Oops, I clicked. Momoka revs the engine, and the one-horned Oni jumps onto the scooter's back seat as a Yakuza's weapon swings through the air. Look at her. That's cute. Ooh. That could be part of the Legend of the Blue Oni. That'd be cool if it's connected to the ancestor of the Anasa.
Chikusho! Fire! Fire! There's a pesky Oni in her and a ride with holes.
What do we do?
Just keep riding as fast as you can. Leave everything else to me.
Momoka's unable to take it in her words. She was already hyperventilating before, and her fears turns her into a sobbing mess. But through her tears, she realizes that the lack of crossbow bolts flying past her, she hears only the sound of metal crashing into metal behind her, and the dull thump of bodies hitting something. She does not know what's going on behind and cannot let go of her worries, so she can only cry as she turns her head around. Bolts, daggers, and desperate punks all slamming into Go-san's shield. The shield stands only half a person's height, but in the single horned Oni's hands, it is practically a wall behind her scooter. I'm gonna turn.
Don't worry about me. You'd ridden this fast before?
Only when filming it was fake. Don't have a choice anyways.
What do they teach you when you're filming?
Counter steer, then lean in.
Yeah, just do that.
Momoka wails even louder. She imagines failing to pull off this counter steer. She can already picture a scenario in her head where she pushes too hard, sending Go-san and herself flying straight into the Yakuza's hands. Ah, whatever! Sparks fly through the vehicle, but it still manages a thrilling turn around the corner. Now going straight, Momoka bites her lip and grips the throttle tightly. The tremendous velocity even blows her tears off, her face into the breeze. The clamor of the pursuers gradually fades away.
Where are you going? I'll make sure you get there safe and sound. Before I head over to the shrine to help the Taisho out.
Did Moriuchi-san ask you to do something?
To chase a kite I saw with my own eyes, a unicycle ridden by an invisible being. Told me to look for it at the shrine. It appeared next to me in the middle of the night, and I chased it all the way to its yatai before you came to us.
In the middle of the night? Kaidan?
Scared? Then let's split up.
No, I'll go with you. I can't go home anymore, much less the agency. There's nowhere else for me to go. I can't go with you?
You can, but keep your voice down. Or you're drawing those guys again. Done with all your screaming now? Does your throat hurt?
Not at all. I've had vocal training, you know. Even when I'm not on stage, I do as I'm taught to prevent damage to my vocal cords.
That's so?
I wonder what kind of vocal training she does. And I'm not sure if Hoshikun would be a direct descendant from them. It's half Oni, half sarcasm. It could just be like a distant cousin.
You're back?
Just doing a bit of work. Brought something back here.
Did Kimbe ask you to send me something again? I won't be able to use it, so go back and leave me to my work.
Hoshiguma's shield. Hanya, right?
You met her?
Even if I didn't, I've heard enough about her from you over the past few years.
Take the strange mask off your face.
Why do you care what I wear?
Didn't Kimbe tell you to put that on when you went over to his place? I said you were too honest with your emotions, and I lacked the composure of a leader. All you did was throwing tantrums at home and scratching the shoji screen doors with your worthless bokuto. He tells you to hide your emotions, and you put on He tells you to hide your emotions, and you put this on like a good boy. Do you even know what could be hiding inside that mask? I don't care if it's rigged with bombs and blows up my face one day. It's none of your business. I can wear what I want, old man. Oh my. Leave. I want you and your lousy mask out of my sight.
Leave me? What about my mother?
What about her?
Today's the day she died. Chairman Tessai.
Today?
Bro! Oh, this is such a fumble. Dude.
You forgot everything. All you think about is your reopened forge. There's no excuse for you to hang around with that viper Kimbe.
I can see why he went to Kimbe. I understand. It's like Dad and this guy don't get along, and Dad's being an asshole to me, and Mom, of course I'm gonna hang out with the guy that Dad doesn't like. If I was a kid, I get it, I understand.
Viper. And how did Kasan die again? What did he do when she died? What did you do? If he's a viper, then what does it make you?
Just oof. You're like, there's no excuse at that point.
Shut up.
What are Kasan and I to your Kinseki Kai? Forget it. There's nothing for us to discuss. I'm going to pay my respects to her. Don't get in my way. What?
What is it?
Mifune-san, showing up on TV after all these years? Ooh, he's gonna see the cursed footage? He'll be like, well, I guess Mifune is an asshole too. Oop. That was a fun pachinko sesh. Tomorrow, I gotta run over to the shrine, so today, up the stairs into my room, and it's time to catch some Z's. I lost 7,500 won today. That means for the rest of the month, I still have... She lost so much money! Huh. Barely enough to get by. But in one night? Oh my goodness! Okay, I said earlier that I want to try pachinko, but now I'm scared. Alright, well, I should have asked Old Man Tessai for my pay for looking after the parlor. As long as I don't think about how much I've lost, pachinko's always a fun time. Girl! Yeah, just don't think. Ice soup for the rest of the month. Face wash done, TV's on, terminal charging. Huh? Newsjacking, what's going on? Wait, why is he... Kijise jumps up from her futon and stares at the screen in shock. Kinbei? That is definitely... There's definitely some favoritism. Cause holy cow! I feel so bad for Tetsuya. Logs, cache, hardware traces. All traces clean. From terminal placement to signal hijacking and the aftermath, the whole process took about 2 hours. Everything that's had to be verified's done. The broadcast linking to the live monitors and live subtitles, all okay. There are minor glitches from the signal fluctuations, but they weren't anything unmanageable. A little workaround here and there, and it should be all good to go next time. Konpeki. I'm so tired, I want to sleep. Locking in for 2 hours straight is my limit. I'm so sleepy. No, I can't sleep here. Even a Kinseki channel employee taking a nap in here would be pretty suspicious. I have to go back to that cramped and lousy office. Huh? An interim broadcast? Uh-oh, I gotta hide. I love her jacket.
Yes, I'm here. Let me test this machine. What? No, I'm the only one in here. Right, yes. All set in place. The broadcast can start at any time.
Mr. Tired Employee with his coffee.
Mio-san, what a rare sight. I recommend the chikuwa, but that bird and beast tendons and fowl beast eggs are must-tries too. If you fancy something lighter, may I suggest our daikon or kombu knots.
Don't play dumb, Moriuchi. Where's Momoka and the Aoni?
How would I know?
Just give me a number. The Kinseki Kai can afford it.
I only sell Odin here. How could I possibly know where my customers go after filling their bellies?
Oh yeah, what do you think of that mini event? Or I mean mini game? I've been focusing on trust rather than interest. An appropriate pushback is understandable, but an excessive defiance means refusal to cooperate. Hello, hello?
No, I would never. I don't get it, Saul. She's just a showgirl at your mercy, without any kin in the city. Where could she possibly run off to? What harm could she do to your Kinseki Kai?
Are you trying to pull information out of me?
I wouldn't dare. Mio-san, I'm sure you've known her for a long time, even longer than I've known her. She got to know me because of my Odin's Yummy. And I know all about the Kaidan in the city. I only offered a few comforting words, and to be honest, we're not that close at all. But I can tell she's just a lost little lass, being pushed around with no bad intentions. I'm sure you spent way more time with her, so what say you?
I see you're insisting on your silence.
Come on, let's not put it that way. How about helping me leave a good review for this spot? Something about this place being a rare gem. Had a great bang for your buck. Why not have some Odin to appease your hunger and mood?
Chikuwa, tendon, egg, daikon, and kombu knot. One of each.
Mio-san, you...
So you had no intention of giving me a free meal? I see how it is. Fine for Momoka, but not for me.
What? No. I just thought you never allowed me the honor of serving you my humble cooking.
Eat this.
Here you go.
Itadakimasu. She claps her hands and dips her head before her meal, then takes a chikuwa from the paper cup for a nibble. Nom nom nom. It's hot. Well, it's fresh. The noise echoes down Nita Street, suddenly dips in volume. Pedestrians fall silent at the exact same moment, like fowlbees on a single tree suddenly stopping their chirping. But the silence only lasts a few seconds before the uniform voice booms from every television screen on the street.
Good evening, citizens of Mitsukue. I'm terribly sorry for taking up your time. I, Kohei Mifune, have news to break to you all.
Oh no.
When's the last time your boss showed his face on a program?
More than a decade ago.
The singer and actress Momoka Hanyu is currently missing. I repeat, the whereabouts of popular singer and actress Momoka Hanyu, who has a long-term contract with their company, are currently unknown. According to reliable sources, Momoka-san's disappearance is closely linked to the Kaidan's tales circulating in the city. We're still verifying how they are related to the situation, but we are certain of one thing. At the core of this strange incident is the Ao Oni of Kinseki Kai, the single-horned Oni, among many more nicknames.
Kinbei, and you're the one who invited her. You're the one who forged the letter for Hoshiguma. Stinky Kinbei. Tisk tisk tisk. I'm glad that the Ager are being treated way better in Higashi though. As far as we've seen.
A female only with one horn, long green hair, of tall and sturdy build, said to carry a large triangular shield. She vanished 2 decades ago, spawning in the myth that she was haunting the city as a vengeful spirit late at night, killing anyone who'd been connected with her. Many attendees report seeing the individual at Momoko-san's concert. As for whether she is truly a living being, a pretender, or a genuine ghost, we're as yet uncertain. As the man responsible for the company Momoko-san's is contracted to, I make a sincere appeal for the general public to contact us with any clues. You'll be rewarded handsomely. I'm sure Momoko-san also harbors hopes that you will help her out of her plight.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Just for that, to find Momoka and the Owl Oni. What did they even do to provoke Mifune?
None of your business.
I don't get it, Mio-san. Is this last really worth your boss getting so worked up? They've got Mifune casting such a wide net over the city, but what if every pair of eyes glued to the TV?
Moriuchi sees a flash of something. A tanto. In the same instant he lacked any time to respond, the short blade stabs into the wooden Odin table.
If you choose to be silent, then it's best you stay silent. Not even a word. Remember this well.
It'll be very sad to see your Odin disappear from the city. Sheesh.
マップと敵座標の DMA 設定を適用しています。
Alrighty, now time to decide how I want to set this up. Actually, I know how I want to set it up, silly me.
ドクター、ここっていい景色だね。これで
It is for now.
わあ、みんなこっち来て。
Look at them jumping over. They failed. Or trying their best to jump over. It's so funny looking. Whee! Well, I give them credit for trying.
すべてのオリジニウムに刻んでやるわよ。本気で行くよ。あんたたちって世界を半分滅ぼしたっての。
Okay, yeah, this is fine.
まだ私を倒せないなんて無様ね。
Yep, fine enough.
目を大きく開けたままでいる努力はするから。リンゴちゃん。
I want them to appear faster. Oh, I can take that off. I don't need that right now.
頑張ります。出撃前の居合切り。でこれ刀じゃない。マリア。
That one guy just standing there menacingly.
ドキドキ。早く離れてください。お願いします。
Go get him, Susie. I still can't believe I maxed out my Susie. That was funny.
いい知らせだ。来なさい。あんたたちカスどもにどんな芸があるか見てやるわ。
Okay, just keep doing your thing.
でこれ刀じゃない。マリア。
Go get him.
わかった。
Come on, dude. Jump over. You know you want to jump. 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 Done.
What was that broadcast about?
I don't know.
Did Kimbe used to be a TV host or something?
Kinbei?
Mifune.
When I was little, I think I remember something like that. I heard Mifune used to helm every program of the Kinseki channel in its early days, news variety shows, and sometimes he'd make a guest appearance on the Weather Channel too.
Wow, he was a social media star.
Well, that's one way to get up there.
Oh, Mifune.
Come to think of it, I even helped them do a few things, a few of those long weather forecasts. Later on, when Kinseki Channel expanded, he only did breaking news, and as time went on, eventually disappeared off camera.
So, what he wants now is...
Ooh, I like that pink outfit. Yo, that bike over there. The Owl Oni? She's really with Momoka. So should we stop them? You got a death wish? Call the news. Just look at her sobbing. I bet the Owl Oni kidnapped her. Maybe she's doing some mind control stuff too. You call the news station, I'll get the cops.
didn't they say the cops have a bunch of issues? I mean, didn't the cops issue a bunch of notices saying that we shouldn't treat them like the spiritual affairs people and not to bother them for Kaidan stuff? Oh yeah.
Gah, we should speed up.
One, Kimbe doesn't like Tessai. Two, he might be jealous of Hoshiguma as well. It's like, Tessai liked you the most, Hoshiguma. So might as well bring you in here too. Momoka is going as fast as she can, but Hoshiguma still feels her vision, only repeats some sort of gigantic loop. Neon lights, pedestrians, skyscrapers, road crossings, neon lights, pedestrians, skyscrapers, road crossings. After some time, the loop finally breaks, and old neighborhoods like Kajimachi begin to show up in her view as the number of buildings grows sparse. They eventually give way to large patches of wilderness bearing traces of construction work and outright abandoned plates. The sky gradually brightens. Hoshiguma-san, the place is right up ahead.
Alright, wait. You should slow down. We're gonna hit the gate at this rate.
Huh? Momoka hits the brake hard, but it's too late. Ouch. The scooter zooms into the shrine, only stopping right in the middle of the garden. Thanks to Momoka's excellent balance, the two are spared from being thrown off the vehicle. Oh no, what if they think we're being rude? Kanushi-sama, a woman's fighting her way in again. She's on a bike this time.
Again?
Wait, what do you mean again? I don't know why, but no one's stopping her. Them, I mean, they're right in the center courtyard.
Them? Check and see if it's a Vopo, won't you? A Vopo? No, it's an Ager and Oni.
They brought back terrible memories of last time. I didn't look at them clearly in my panic, sorry.
It's not your fault that concerned. Wrecked your nerves. Whoever a guest may be, I'll simply entertain them. The rest of you, calm down and focus on your own work.
Oh, it's Daddy. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. I was just so nervous I forgot to use the brake.
I was wondering who it was. Are you not Momoko-san?
I love how he has a matching pouch. Such a cute family. They all have their matching pouch with them. Adorable. Kanushi-sama.
You know each other? Momoka-san used to be a regular visitor here. She last came 5 years ago, and I thought perhaps her wishes came true and that she was now living a happy life.
No, not really. I just got so busy that I no longer had the time to visit.
No need to be sad. This is the Kizuna Jinja after all. You found success in your career, so I'm sure you formed lots of ties and connections with others.
Cries.
May I know how to call Momoka's friend here? I'm Hoshiguma, looking for someone.
I saw people posting some art with them. So it's like, okay, what a cute family, plus the tails. Look at his tails. A rare dude with multiple tails.
Who may I ask? The shrine is quite bereft of clergy. No, I'm not looking for a priest. I came here to find a kami-sama for somebody. Specifically, I'm looking for a unicycle with an invisible rider. I guess people in Mitsukue call it wanyudo. Is it really a kami? If they're looking to establish some sort of connection or looking for a blessing, I'm afraid they should come here themselves. Prayers made on someone else's behalf will not work. He just wants to meet the kami, didn't seem to care much about forming ties or getting blessed, that type of thing. Moriuchi-kun is truly a stubborn one. No, I should praise him for his tenacity. You know him? He's the one who insisted on meeting a specific kami with no want of blessing. We've become quite well acquainted over the years.
So this means you can help him find the kami, right?
Nah, Moriuchi asking us to do it for him means the priest failed.
It is as you say, we priests cannot do anything if the kami themselves are unwilling to appear. Well, the two of you haven't technically disrespected the shrine, other than driving your scooter onto our grounds.
What should we do? Do I have to apologize to Kami-sama? How do I do that?
Let me think. To appease the kami's anger, please go over to the Omamori stall and buy a full set.
What?
Then go to the 100 mon omikuji and draw fortunes until you get one each of Suekichi, Chukichi, Daikichi. It's alright if you draw any of the others unless you get Daikyo. Then you'll have to start over.
Oh gosh. Okay, just keep on pulling.
Finally. I'm just joking. The kami would never punish someone over a scooter.
Aw, that would have been funny. I wonder how many pulls it would have taken to do that.
I pray the two of you will obtain what you truly desire here. Now, plenty of divine work awaits me, so I shall take my leave.
Phew, I was worried I wouldn't have enough mon for all that.
Seems like the Kanushi isn't going to get in our way, so things are going pretty well for us. Let's take it easy. Why not go over to the Omikuji section for a break? Why look around the place?
That works. Hoshiguma slowly goes around the vacant shrine grounds. She knows a little about the shrines and she cannot even tell if it's a Honden, Haiden, or Heiden standing before her. The only things resembling Moriuchi's keychain are the two statues behind the stone lanterns that were obviously based on petal beast stewards. But the breeze here is cool, and she cannot help but to recall her youth when she visited a monastery with her father. Her father and Tessai's figures appear and disappear between the pine and cypress trees, and the abbot pats her head, and she hears a tale of the first Oni. That Oni's name seems to be Shuilon. Hoshiguma-san, Hoshiguma-san!
What's up?
It's bad.
You got a Daikyo?
No, Suikichi. No, I didn't mean that. I heard something.
The Wanyudo?
I don't know, maybe. But what if it's a ghost? A ghost showing up this early in the morning might be some sort of super scary evil spirits like Onryo.
We should trust the Kanushi a little. You think he let evil spirits in here?
True, but... Unicycle. Use the sound again.
Calm down.
It's not like I could do that on command, even if I wanted to. I love the thought of Ingrid showing up like a punk. Probably beaten up, wandering to the shrine for a little break. And then maybe Papa was nice to her and helped nurse her back to health, and then she fell in love. Could that be cute? Some sort of meet cute like that.
I didn't expect it to actually show up here. There's tracks on the ground.
The unicycle seems to realize its tracks are giving it away and turns towards the stone pavement. What do we do?
Isn't this better for us? Now it's locked into the stone pavement.
But how is the Kami able to get to its own fire tracks?
What do you mean, unable?
It spoke?
Behind the beast steward statue. Momoka, you're closer to it. Over there.
I don't see it. Where did it go?
No, it's circled around to your back.
My back? Eek! A ghost after me? Misfortune befalls anyone who sees the Wanyudo, but it's actually chasing me. Is my life over? Instantly, the girl on the unicycle seemed to change positions. The ladder is now hot on Momoka's heels, as if she was being chased by it from the very start.
Momoka, hold still.
Still? She does not grasp what is happening, but still subconsciously stops her steps. Hoshiguma snatches the chance to hurl Hanya out, and the giant triangular shield blocks the unicycle's path, forcing it to break.
No, keep holding position, Momoka. I'll catch it. Don't, and I mean it. And I mean it. Don't panic if it runs toward you.
Okay. Hoshiguma closes in on the unicycle, blocking it from an easy escape routes. It stops in its tracks as the handlebars twist left and right. Perhaps it does not know where to go, although it is no difficult decision. On one side is a tall Oni, while on the other side stands an Ager. It is just chased all over the place. The pedals spin frantically, and the unicycle speeds straight for Momoka.
Momoka, grab it.
The unicycle dashes toward her, and Momoka's indistinct screams at her to turn and run. But she keeps it a thought and does not move her legs. Yabai, there's no other way, it's over, it's all over, such thoughts flood her mind as she stands there like foul beast in headlights. The unicycle approaches. According to the Kaidan tales, she's doomed. Wait, that's not right. Wasn't she already down on her luck before running into the Wanyudo? Or maybe if she hadn't run into Hoshiguma at the Oden Yatai, she would long since... Momoka gulps, looks at Hoshiguma, and at the unicycle only a few steps away from her. Instead of retreating, she jumps forward. Kanushi-sama summons disgrace the shrine by jumping into the pond. Momoka, Hoshiguma too? I don't know what's going on, but I'll help you two out. Forgive me, Kanushi-sama. Cute! I like the little ferret in the water. Hoshiguma? Kichi-say? And... one side of the pond lies a small unicycle leaning against a rock, pedals still moving on their own. The thing on the unicycle appears before her, with a cycling helmet lifted perfectly on its head. Its bright round eyes stare somewhat helplessly at the water dripping to the floor. Beside her, Hoshiguma's expression softens after making sure she's alright. She nods in greeting to the person behind her, who Momoka guesses is Kichi-say, then turns around to look into the distance. Cute! No matter what happened, it seems like she's finally accomplished something. I like this, it's adorable. Look at that unicycle in the water, the ferret. Ooh, look at the fishies too. Pretty. So in the end, it was a ghost after all? Have you ever seen a ghost that could be struck by water, girl? Besides, it was just a round of hide and seek. Why were you going at it so seriously? Seriously? You look like your life was on the line when you went into that pond with me. Same goes for Moriuchi too. A kami I may be, but what makes him so sure a random god he finds on the streets is bound to be his maneki neko. Momoka, do you want me to lure the priest away? Or... No, it's alright. The person we're looking for, no, the kami we're looking for, is right here. Relax, I'm already right before your eyes. No more running for me. I'll watch over you, and no one on the shrine grounds will cause you any trouble. Soak in the pond for as long as you like. Momoka carefully places a hand on the kami, and this time it no longer dodges her, although it fidgets to her touch, but it seems to at least hold no objections to mortal contact. The cool breeze drags slowly across the pond, as if all that running and chasing that happened before dawn was merely a strange and messy, but not terrifying dream.
Empty-handed, are you? You couldn't even catch a girl scared out of her wits at the mere mention of a kaidan. Silent, are you? We're all family here. We can laugh all this off, yes?
That's not it, Oyabun. She was with an Aooni, and we weren't strong enough.
Weren't strong enough?
Mifune takes a fierce step forward, face nearly coming into contact with the bold Yakuza.
Colluding with Tessai to obstruct Kajimachi's development, disobeying my orders, and fleeing without permission, even getting mixed up with that individual. Do you think you could get off just saying you weren't strong enough?
Oyabun, I...
Do you know what happened to Takehiko?
Yes, you're forced to kill him with your own hands, and afterwards organize a grand funeral for him, even weeping as he held a memorial at his grave.
And who truly killed him? Was it me?
Of course it was that old bastard Tessai, It was you, all of you. One by one, you proved your incompetence, allowing Tessai to get off scot-free. And that is how Takehiko died.
Mifune's hand slowly reaches inside his sleeve, as if to take something out. The gangsters dare not move until their Oyabun pulls out his fist back out into the open, slowly opening it. Several heavy gold coins fall to the ground.
Are those Koban coins?
I found these in a drawer. Pick them up. They're yours now.
Arigato, Oyabun. But what for?
The next time you would tell me you're not strong enough, just cut off your own arm and then use these to buy you a state-of-the-art prosthetic. Am I clear?
Oyabun.
Speak. Our people went northward from Nita Street and located Momoka and Hoshiguma, inside the shrine. Do you hear that? The ninja I personally cultivated are more capable than you lot. Learn from them, all of you. The shrine, eh? Yes. A shrine, sacred ground, unsullied land. No one will be happy if trouble occurs there. You mean? Take this useless bunch and surround the place, but be discreet. Just make sure there's no way out. If they intend to hole up in there, send a few men to force them outside. Don't let anyone they've had contact with off either. If you can't make a move near the shrine, do it elsewhere. Then the clergy inside. The clergy? We can't touch them yet. Understood.
Dude, Kimbe, if you touch the shrine priest, his wife's gonna come after you. She's gonna beat you up.
Go. I have guests to see.
Mifune-san.
The frost in Mifune's face does not disappear at once, but it slowly melts when he sees Tetsuya, as if somewhat comforted by a hope for a new life after much toil and tumult.
The guys who just left.
Same slackers as always. You're the hardest worker I've got. Enough about them. How was your visit home?
The old man is the same as he ever was.
Don't feel bad. I remember where you were only this tall, standing in between your parents as they linked hands with you. Who would have ever thought that your father would have no choice but to let go of that which was dearest to him, all for the Kinseki Kai's sake?
Mifune-san, there's no need to compliment my father. Being chairman for too long has robbed him of all human emotion.
That can't be. The bond between parent and child is stronger than any other tie. I used to treat your father as my own, even in my younger days. Unfortunately, the old man scorned me, and that's how our hostilities began. But this Northern Court spy incident may prove to be an opportunity.
You mean?
Your mother was wrongly accused because of her ambiguous relationship with an individual in the Northern Court. If you catch the spy, your father's attitude will surely improve. And it just so happens that I have the latest intelligence in my hands.
Tell me, please. No matter where the spy is, I'll root him out.
The spy is in Kajimachi, and is highly likely related to the so-called haunted house.
No way. Hoshiguma-san?
No, she has nothing to do with this. Only returned here by chance.
But I can't get in there if she stops me.
Simply go in when she's away. Kajimachi's a big town after all, and finding any additional clues would be good. Go.
At once.
Mifune's expression changes again when she sees a woman enter the room after Tetsuya leaves. Tired, weary, impatient, and sort of confidence mixed within, a sort of certainty that everything is under control and he merely has to wait for an opportunity to strike. Tetsuya just being used. I feel bad for the boy. Hyaku Monogatari. Every page of the old diary records the name of a participant. When the last story is told, the last page is turned, and the last candle is blown out. And don't mind me, just gonna change real quick. Yeah, that seems good. Okay.
このところ書類仕事ばかりだったから、確かにそろそろ体を動かす頃合いだ。
Mifune-san,
How are you doing with that task I gave you?
our diet member has finally approved a separation of the Kinseki group from the Kinseki Kai. As long as you now accept the role of chairman, the Kinseki group and the Kinseki Kai can go their separate ways.
Then why don't we hold a succession ceremony during tomorrow's fireworks festival? What do you think?
Tessai's views have not changed. Now, he even has Hoshigumo on his side. Is one day really enough time for us to...
Yes. I saw your brow twitch. I know what you're thinking. You know I don't joke about things like this. You still don't believe me. Basically, you think that I shouldn't have forced you to forge a letter in the old man's name, and that calling Hoshigumo back here did nothing but cause trouble for everyone. Is that it?
Yes?
20 years ago, Hoshiguma and that shield of hers spilled quite a bit of blood. After all, it was the last thing that the old man forged. Mio, have you ever been to this home?
Yes, many years ago.
What is this house full of?
Televisions.
That's right, televisions. The old man might be stubborn, but his instincts are still sharp. Some of the time. He knew that if the Kinseki Kai continued their unending torrent of bloodshed, we were bound to be destroyed sooner or later, so he set his sights on originium crystalline components. He quickly converted his metalworking shop into a workshop for crystalline components, and it was in an instant success. After that, the old man no longer had time to forge the legendary weapons he loved most. Just as his crystal business was really taking off, the old man suddenly acquired the materials, the techniques, to forge shields from a fallen noble house of the Mitsumoto faction. They say that he spent nearly half of the group's liquid assets to acquire them. That shield, the last shield the old man ever forged, the shield that he had spent so many assets to acquire. Do you ever think it might have had some special significance to the Kinseki Kai?
Holy cow, he spent half of their fortune just to make the shield. Dang, dude. That is so intense. Sheesh. The transition to a new leader.
Even you knew that, but the old man just let the matter sit there. He kept putting it off and putting it off, all the way until the Southern Court was about to hold the first meeting of its diet. The young ones grew up with the diet, but back in my day, no one even knew what it was. We thought the diet was going to revamp the bureaucracy as soon as they took office, but it took them a few years to get around to it. Back then, all we'd heard was that the members of the Diet were to be chosen from among the commoners. The entire Southern Court was in an uproar. And then that poor fool, Koreto, emerged.
The candidate?
Yes, he had a whole heap of political views, but his core aim was to drive us, the Kinseki Kai, out of Kajimachi. He roused a bunch of useless rabble and had them shouting and yelling outside Kajimachi all day and night. It made it impossible for us to do business. The old man, no, not just him, the whole Kinseki Kai didn't take Koreto seriously at first, but every day he recruited more and more troublemakers.
So, you decided to get rid of him?
Yes, and you know the rest of that story, of course. After Koreto died, the Kinseki Kai learned what real public fury looked like. That was also when I learned that to the four great clans, the members of the Diet are nothing but stage props. But to us, the people who can decide our fate with a single word.
With all due respect, you could just come out and say it. If Chairman Tessai refuses to yield, you'll need Hanya at the succession ceremony.
I say sometimes you really do sound just like him. Of course, Tessai lording it over to me is one thing. Hearing it from someone as steadfast and frank as you is another thing entirely. In truth, once the Kinseki group splits from the Kinseki Kai, I obviously can't stay on as chairman. Is there anyone else besides you who can take my place? The day I step into politics and build a power base of my own, you and your Kinseki Kai won't be forgotten.
Mifune bursts out laughing to himself. The woman before him remains expressionless. Is it habitual impassivity, incredulity, or mere indifference to Mifune's grand vision? There's no way to tell.
For now, Momoka is still our top priority. She knows too much, and she's in cahoots with that information broker. She even leapt out a window just to keep Sonoguchi's broken blade on her. Don't you understand what that means?
Mifune-san.
You were too kind-hearted to kill her, and you're willing to admit that to me. That's good. I can promise you this much. We can reconsider our plan to infect her with erypathy. First, however, you must bring her to me. That broken blade she's carrying, we must recover its guard, no matter the cost. Secondly, there's no way she can continue her career as an entertainer. From now on, she'll have to remain firmly under our control. Are you okay with that?
You're most magnanimous.
No, when you bring her here, she should be the one thanking you.
What is Mio to him? Like, he must really like her. She can be direct with him at times. Heck, he wants to make her a leader too. The sun slowly climbs overhead. Although no other visitors are present, the garden no longer seems so empty and quiet, with 4 humans and a kami walking through it. Rhodes Island needs to have their own idol branch. Kichise begins thrusting forward anything and everything she has that a woman could conceivably scrawl a signature on. She wants so many autographs. Startled by a sudden barrage, Momoka keeps her autographing hand moving without pause. On the other side of the courtyard, the Kanushi cradles the kami, who only moments ago was darting about. The kami speaks to Hoshiguma.
You must understand, the kami was the one who wanted to play games with you. As a Kanushi, I could only stand by and watch. I couldn't interfere. Please forgive me, Hoshiguma-san.
Cute!
Well, you sure were happy to watch, weren't you?
Was I?
I think so.
Wholeheartedly serving the kami is bound to lift one's mood. I imagine you felt it too just now, Hoshiguma-san, and you, Momoko-san.
I'm more interested in why I broke into my house in the middle of the night. What do you mean? You talk like I'm some kind of dangerous fiend. Wouldn't you think it was strange if someone was cleaning out junk from a cursed house, and then you went to sleep and said haunted house? Just because it's a haunted house, there's so many killings in Mitsukue, and Kachimachi is hardly a peaceful place. So why did you have to go snooping around my home in particular? Because of the Kaidan stories. Are you or are you not involved with those Kaidan stories? Tell me. Simply appearing at the same time that a few strange events occur, and being the one who spawned the haunted house and the Kaidan stories are 2 very different things, alright? If I could spawn Kaidan stories all by myself, what would I be doing riding a unicycle all over the place? So basically, you were just tagging along for fun, but people mistook you for a Kaidan from the legend? Not bad, you're pretty sharp. I'm telling you, being a kami is a job that depends entirely on the whims of fate. This Kizuna Jinja is about bringing people together. Most of you spend your whole lives dealing with other people, and there's probably nothing more important than the bonds you form, don't you think? When times are stable, people pray for their existing bonds to last. When times are turbulent, they pray for these bonds to carry them through, or for new ones to form. But over the past decade or so, fewer and fewer people have come here. These days, on our best days, we only get a dozen or so visitors.
Is this true, Kanushi-sama? It's exaggerating a bit, but we indeed have been getting far fewer visitors the past few years.
Some kami are lazy. The fewer visitors they get, the happier they are. I'm not like that. If it's always this slow, I'm going to die of boredom, you know? Ooh, doggo. Speaking of lazy...
What?
There's a lazy one right at your feet. Hoshiguma looks down at her feet, but there is nothing there, only the stone floor of the shrine.
Hey, show yourself, you're the shrine star, no?
Slacker kami. How many kami do they have here? I want to pet him. Hoshiguma reaches down to feel around her feet. The priest can see that Hoshiguma's hand is touching the center of the kami's body, yet Hoshiguma doesn't even realize that she's touched anything at all. Here's the reason our shrine is known for forging bonds. Whenever you feel someone has been having good luck in love or relationships, it'll show itself. But if it thinks you haven't had much luck with relationships lately, or that you're about to have a run of terrible luck, it'll flat out refuse to show itself. Wow, how nice. Only when you have good luck with relationships. I said all that, and yet it still doesn't want to appear before you. It sounds like you're in for some bad luck.
Your actions will determine your future. You don't have to take its word at face value, Hoshiguma-san.
Why are you speaking against your own kami? Basically, when people get bored, they tend to pursue random aims. Kami are no different. Right after he disappeared, the Kaidan tale started to spread throughout Mitsukue. There's nothing wrong with chasing a few Kaidan to pass the time, is there? With the silent treatment, do you fear your imminent misfortune?
Not really. I just didn't expect that the Kami would chase after something so fleeting and unreal.
Why, you little?
Regardless, you're not the Kami Moriuchi's looking for.
Of course not.
But might I trouble you to come travel with us? Talk is cheap. If you could just chat with him the way you're chatting with me and Momoka for a bit.
Kanushi-sama, help! This only wants to steal away your beloved Kami!
These past few years, Moriuchi has given me many gifts, including a never-ending supply of Oden.
Humph! Forget it, I'm a softie after all. I'll go with you. Oshiguma, have you finished your chat with the priest?
We're almost finished. Where's Kichise?
She left already. She had to go back and mind the store. Is this girl coming with us?
Yes, Momoko-san is coming too. She knows all the Kaidan stories. That should be enough to convince you to tag along, yeah?
I already told you I was going. I didn't need more convincing, so why does it matter if she's coming with? Despite its words, Akami still pedals its unicycle over to Momoka, sniffing to the left and peeking over to the right, looking thoroughly intrigued. Little girl, I've seen so many of your TV shows. Have you been afflicted with some kind of curse? How should I know? I'm actually afraid of Kaidan. I just want a quiet life without all the weird stuff. You're not the least bit curious about them. I just want to advance my entertainment career. The Kaidan stuff helped me broaden my audience, but I don't really feel that's the best way to do it. Entertainers should rely on their own talent to bring people joy. That's what should be done. There aren't too many people who still think like you. Like you do. Interesting. And by the way, I want to ask you something. Last night, some really scary stuff happened in my house. Out of nowhere, my TV started controlling itself. It showed me clips of me singing, cut together with those blaring emergency alerts. Then at the end, I have no idea why, but it played a really scary video. Disc. What was this video about? Some cryptid? A bloody murder scene? None of those things. It was a video of Mio-san, and soon after the video ended, she actually did show up at my place. Wasn't that just your TV on the fritz? It's not the kind of Kaidan I'm looking for.
It's not? You've been studying these Kaidan. Don't you think they're actually just humans messing around?
You really don't get it, do you? If the ghost stories are all just human mischief, would I even be investigating them in the first place? Each of these Kaidan defy any conceivable explanation. When people can't figure out the cause of something, guys like Moriuchi just go and pin the blame on us Kami. And if even a Kami can't figure out what's going on, well, that just means there's someone or something stronger, more mysterious, and way more thoroughly than me pulling the strings from behind the scenes.
But you're the one riding the unicycle.
I am. That doesn't matter. Don't try to change the subject.
So you mean you're also chasing Kami? You're chasing the Kami above the Kami?
Exactly. Kichise?
You swapped terminal numbers with Kichise?
Yes, the agency doesn't usually let me interact with my fans, and she's such a big one. Hello, Kichise? What? What? That's not true. I didn't mean it. That's not what I meant. Right, I never once said I was running. Yes, You can't talk now? You think you're being followed? Okay, well, then I'll know the shrine too? Right, I'll tell everyone right away. Be careful. Kichise, please be safe. Beast spirits are fragments of the beast lords used to communicate with Tyrants, most of the corporeal and harmless, allowing them to come close to humans. It is through beast lord or beast stewards that the Tyrants treat the beast lords as ordinary animals. Could be the case here.
Someone spread word that you're running away.
Kichise said that it was spreading all over the forums. It didn't seem like some random rumor, more like something Kinseki-chan deliberately leaked.
What's up with Kichise then?
A Kinseki-kai guy was telling her. She also said that the area around the shrine might not be safe. She saw people sneaking around when she stepped out through the shrine gate.
The next time you see Kichise, please thank her for me. You really don't need to be too worried whether or not the Yakuza are running around Mitsukue. Even if they dare to invade the shrine, they're just causing themselves trouble.
If you need to take shelter within the shrine grounds, you can head inside. I'll handle everything else. If you'd rather leave, I'll show you the way out. Take the side path. I think we better leave. The longer we stay here, the more men they can deploy around here to get us. Momoka, you're gonna have to ride the scooter.
Okay, I've been riding all night. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Then we'll be going. Kanushi-sama.
If I go with you, are those Yakuza gonna chase me too?
We'll try our hardest not to attract any attention.
Then I'll be the one providing cover?
By cover, you mean?
You're gonna help us draw away the Yakuza, right? That's pretty much the idea, playing those slow-witted Yakuza fools every now and then. Well, it's not as thrilling as chasing Kaidan, but it does pass the time. I'll make a break through the front gate first, to distract the dumb Yakuza goons. You all split up the back, and we'll rendezvous at the morons' yatai. Before anyone even has a chance to respond, the unicycle shoots through the shrine like a lightning. Its pedals spinning so fast they're just a blur.
It seems like the kami really cares about you.
Haha.
But now's not the time for sentimentality. You two come over here. I'll show you the way.
This path is pretty well hidden.
Yes, but that's not to say that no one will find it. Get out of here as quickly as you can. Thank you for your help and generosity. Don't mention it.
There's something over this way. Come on, bring your camera over here. I think there's someone here. This area is still part of the shrine grounds. Are you sure it's okay for us to barge in here? What matters more, Mifune-san's orders or some dumb shrine rules? Get over here. Wow. You don't need to start throwing hands like a street thug. You just need a mic and a camera and you're set. Can you think of an easier gig? Get over here. Kanushi-sama, what do we do now? The Kanushi says nothing. The easygoing look he's worn, with an occasional hint of self-satisfaction, is nowhere to be found.
You two, please wait here for a moment.
Are you going to go fight them?
Just the usual routine, clearing away a bit of lingering evil.
The priest gives the gohei a casual flick. The wind chimes fall silent as the leaves quiver. The air suddenly turns thin and clear. Gleaming fire gushes from the whole sleeves of his robe, like streams of spring water, neither surging nor even trembling, only drifting quietly through the air, until gusts of wind sweeps through the shrine gate. It is a cruel wind, sharp as a knife, the kind no kami would raise in idle sport with humankind. Seeing the faint foxfire flare up in the rear courtyard, the kami at the shrine gate lets go of the handlebars and rises to its feet. With a trace of pride, it lifts a forepaw and sweeps it through the air. The crystalline flames burst like exercising thunder, and the Shimenawa hung around the shrine instantly ignite with foxfire, severing the mortal world from the divine realm. The fierce wind erupts along the edge of the divine realm, tearing away every camera, drone, and listening device, along with their camouflage, and hurling them into the air. Dang! Whoa, that's some wind! Why is all the equipment flying all over the place? The gohei slices into the wind and shears apart the surging foxfire. The wind strips the casings off the surveillance equipment, while the flames shoot through each newly exposed core with perfect precision. The surveillance equipment ignites with brilliant, silent white flames, a moment later bursts apart and falls to the ground as bits of scorched charcoal. Kanushi-sama? Are you actually an arts master?
Just a few little tricks is all. Nothing spectacular. Now's your chance. Get going.
Never get on Papa's bad side. I thought Mama was scary. He might be scarier. Alrighty. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Oh wait, I guess I can't hit it from there, huh? Oh well. Oh, this might be bad. Actually, no, it's fine. What am I saying? No fear, no pain.
私の名前を全てのオリジニウムに刻んでやるわよ
Yeah, that should be fine. Just focus on that side. This side.
ショーの超はもうじき終焉だけど君たちはみんなこっち来て
Yes,
悪い知らせ
fine,
だ
definitely.
ああ残念ね塵すら残らない
Her second skill needs to be used. Second activation to be unlimited duration. At least right now isn't too bad. Just a few more. I'm sorry, Silver Ash. Done. Hello, olden man.
Hoshiguma and Momoka, did you need something to tide you over for now? Or did you mean to tell me you've already completed your task?
I don't need anything to eat. I'm pretty full. I feel like I saw enough wind on the way over here.
The Kinseki Kai is still chasing you? Thanks to the Kami-sama's guidance, and by taking a less traveled route, the journey back went relatively smoothly. Kami-sama? You mean... Don't celebrate just yet. Yes, we found a Kami-sama, but it's not the one you're looking for. That doesn't matter. It's not a problem.
It doesn't matter.
You're...
See, I told you.
No. I don't have anything here to offer you. A proper welcome. But how about some Odin broth to warm you? No. Have all the Odin you want.
I'm not as into the Odin you make as certain others.
Kami-sama, I wonder if you...
Wonder what? You're wondering if I've seen the Maneki Neko you keep talking about, right? The Neko's the one you're looking for, not me.
No, getting to meet a Kami is a blessing from heaven. Why would I ever be picky?
Your eyes betray you. Back when the Neko would still talk to me, it talked to me about you. And the one it described was nothing like you here. You were just a kid then, treating it the way any kid would treat a friend.
That is why it left me?
How should I know? It remembers you, but just as one of the thousands of people it's met in its life. It would never waste time it's telling me why it left you. I came to see you for other reasons.
No problem. What do you need from me? Money or information?
Information, of course. Information about the Kaidan. You'd think we Kami are responsible for all the Kaidan in Mitsukue, but I promise you, we have basically nothing to do with any of them.
Aren't you in fact the one you dove from the legend?
I admit that I speed my unicycle down the street every day. But what else makes you think I'm the one you do?
The old building behind the police station on Doku Street. The cursed elevator. The building only has 15 floors. If the elevator has a button for the 16th floor, that extra floor is actually hell. People have disappeared there. Sometimes, the Maneki Neko in the lobby, which is normally fixed to the front desk, just vanishes, only to reappear the next day. This seems to be correlated to when the 16th floor appears. The phenomenon isn't limited to the old building. Many others have told me that their Maneki Nekos disappear and reappear at all times. Speaking specifically about the old building though, every time the entrance to hell thing happens, the Maneki Neko disappears.
You have some pretty detailed knowledge there. But I can tell you for sure that the Maneki Neko in the building has nothing to do with the Kami you're looking for, even if they look alike.
Where's your proof?
Why do I need proof? I'm a Kami. Shouldn't I be able to discern between Kami and the lookalikes?
You're just talking. You haven't proved anything.
Where's all the difference you had just a minute ago?
Well...
I'm not calling you out or blaming you. I like the frankness better than the whole show you were putting on before. Besides, I've also explored the old building pretty carefully. First, there's no hidden button. The button for the 16th floor is right above the button for the 15th floor. It's just covered by a steel plate. Kami didn't do that, and no human could lift that steel plate.
So you're saying the button for the 16th floor has been there all along, just covered by steel plate?
The pale look comes over Moriuchi's face. See, even you think it's silly, right? Second, the maneki neko can actually be pressed down. If you push hard enough, the whole thing sinks below the counter.
Did you push it?
Yeah, I pushed it and nothing amazing happened. When the receptionist came back, he fiddled with the desk a bit, and the thing popped back up. The receptionist started answering the phone, a long string of calls, and kept apologizing and stuff. That was it. See, what we have here is a quirky receptionist, but you're saying it's a kaidan.
So that's just a weird habit of his. How can that be?
Well, what else could it be? You think he's pushing the maneki neko below the desk because he has a grudge against that neko? When is it, girl? Have you filmed a show in that building or something? No, but when a variety show came to film here, one of my coworkers floated that idea, only to get an earful from the producer and agency.
He chewed him out?
The producer went on about a bunch of stuff I barely understood. Something about, tekaba being a kinseki kai business. I guess it's some kind of restaurant, and they didn't want a TV show hurting their business.
Tekaba? Tekaba?
Yes, what's wrong? Tekka's the name of Higashini's fin beast dish, so wouldn't Tekaba just be a restaurant that sells tekka?
Tekaba is a code word for casino.
Ooh.
So I guess hell is just a kinseki kai casino, and anyone who wanders in there by mistake is made to keep their mouth shut. The button for the 16th floor has to be triggered by some kind of mechanism. It probably leads to the hidden mezzanine, or maybe even a basement. The maneki neko is probably some kind of signaling device. Press it and it sends a message. That's why after our dear Kami-sama pressed it, the receptionist apologized to them.
Momoka lets out a sigh. It's hard to tell whether it's out of pity for Moriuchi or out of relief that there isn't a real kaidan. The nosy Kami scratches his head in mild irritation. It clearly wasn't expecting the kaidan tale to end like this. Moriuchi's face grows ever more pale until the sweat flows from his eyebrows.
That must just be a coincidence. After all these years, some kaidan tales have been debunked, but there are still so many that no one can explain. The 16th floor hell. They must be just a coincidence. There's also the last remaining Fukuike diner. I remember the Kami mentioning it to me, like it liked that place, back when I still kept in touch with it. After the restaurant was torn down a couple of years ago, people would sometimes say that they caught a scent of fried food drifting through the area. Other people even claimed they could sometimes see the diner still standing up in the empty lot, only they could never get close to it.
That lot has been empty ever since the restaurant was torn down. I remember that place. I wanted to go try it back when it was still around, but the owner wouldn't let me in, and I ended up going out somewhere else. The restaurant closed not long after the TV show aired. For the next few days after that, rumors were flying around that I cursed the restaurant's owner. People would say the kaidan queen is at it again, or the spiteful woman took her revenge, stuff like that. The kinseki kai are the ones who tore it down.
Obviously, I know that. We're talking about what happened after it got torn down. Momoka, didn't you and your film crew visit that lot after that?
Yes, but when we went there, I didn't see any restaurant. I smelled some fried food, but that was it.
Anyone can easily make a place smell like fried food. Take the kaidan out of it, and this thing boils down to the kinseki kai wanting to force the Fuku family out of business, right? First they planted the idea that something spooky might be going on here. Then they tore the place down. Finally, they sent Momoka over there for one last visit. But the Aoni, the haunted house! Moriuchi-san, are you really going to stand here and talk to me about that? No offense, but if you didn't cause the deaths that happened in that house, then it could still have been the work of a kami. Even this Kami-sama only started chasing kaidan after the haunted house rumors took off, right?
That is true.
Momoka, didn't you just recently film a TV show at the haunted house?
Ooh, hello? Yes, but it wasn't a ghost who scared me. It was Hoshiguma. I tried to pick something off the floor to hit her with, and... Don't forget, out of a house full of trash, she just had to pick up that broken blade. We searched everywhere and couldn't find it, so we had no choice but to hastily forge a fake one. Even if she didn't do it intentionally, that changed everything.
Momoka?
No. Though she may be saying no, Momoka, handshaking, pulls the broken blade out. Hoshiguma, this is just a broken blade, right? Mifune-san wouldn't kill me over this thing, right?
Broken blade?
I picked it up at your place the day we filmed the show. Then last night, when my TV went haywire in the middle of the night, I thought I heard Mifune-san say it was because I picked up this blade.
Look at this blade guard. This is from the Sonoguchi's heirloom blade, isn't it? Sonoguchi used to love showing it off. Sonoguchi, the second victim in the haunted house, the one who used his family blade to kill his wife and take his own life? But more than one police officer told me that the blade has been locked up in the evidence room. How could it be sitting in your family's old house?
Mifune-san must want that blade, and so he gave the police some false evidence, right? Wow. If you consider Ifrit Tsundere, would she be giving you sarcasm? Perfect. I love that.
Then why isn't this blade in his collection? Why would it end up in my house and broken in two? Besides, when a gangster goes mad and kills himself, the Yakuza practically welcome the cops to investigate, just to watch them come up empty and leave in frustration. There's no reason for them to forge evidence. Unless Sonoguchi didn't kill himself, unless Kinbe murdered him.
Dun dun dun! Momoko stands there, stunned. She stares at Hoshiguma. The expression on Momoko's face is even more blank and stunned than Moriuchi's. It's as if she's awakening from one nightmare, only to step into another one. You're joking, right? Those Kaidan tales, the ones that scared me half to death, how could they not be real? The agency might be shameless, but there's no way that all these years, they've been fabricating all sorts of... And Sonoguchi... His death was suspicious, but the others... Her voice goes softer and softer, then stops. She subconsciously looks to Moriuchi, who initially avoids making eye contact. She suddenly realizes that she has been looking at Moriuchi because she thought he shared her pain, while he averted his gaze because he didn't want to admit the truth. So all those businesses that closed after I visited them... Those live streams where I did as I was told, and weird things kept happening where people got hurt. Those eerie noises, the ghosts, the fleeting shadows, were they all fake? Even the owl oni in the haunted house, the legends I believed so completely, the ones that scared me out of my wits these past few days, the starting point of all the tales in Mitsukue, they were all fake? Momoko Hanyu, the singer wrapped up in Kaidan tales, my agency never even cared about my career? To them, I've been nothing more than a cover for all the Kinseki Kai? That can't be right. Can it be, Moriuchi-san? Oof. Poor Haruka. That sucks. Her life, her career's been a lie. All of it has been fabricated. Sheesh. Moriuchi-san?
It's an ambush. Get behind me.
Momoko's still frozen in place. Hoshiguma steps forward, positioning the Hanya mask between her and the collapsed Moriuchi, shielding them both. As if in answer to Momoko's question, the surface of the shield cracks with a flurry of tiny explosions.
Kami-sama, check on Moriuchi. Was he poisoned or struck by something?
There's a burn mark on his neck, and this thing here fell on the floor. Isn't this a flash drive you use to move data between terminals? I've seen people throwing these things at electronic equipment to disable it, but lately they've been throwing them at people instead. Why? Ninja?
Don't try to resist.
That mask. That's a terrifying mask. Look at how happy it is.
Who sent you? That's not important. Come with me.
There's no way Mifune-san sent you, right?
That's the first time I've heard anyone ask that question.
Please tell me the Kaidan tales are all true. My career isn't being used as a cover for Mifune, or Kinbe. The ninja replies only with a weapon, which looks somewhat like a blade, but different. The blade is yet to move, but it remains pointed squarely at Hoshiguma's chest. Spies, schemers, arsonists, even assassins, people who spend their entire lives in the shadows, never daring to show their true faces in public. Since the national war several centuries ago, these people, who call themselves ninja, have moved through the hidden currents of history. Since then, countless figures of power, daimyo, kugyo, zaibatsu magnates, clan leaders have all assembled their own shadowy organizations.
What? You hit yourself well, but you're not quick enough on the draw.
Hoshiguma plants a foot on the flash drive she just blocked. It gives a sharp electronic whine, then bursts apart with a loud pop.
Keeping up with the times, huh? A flash drive with a high voltage charge. Works in both people and machines.
The two ninja exchange a glance. One draws a short blade, the other a long sword, and together they lunge at Momoka from opposite sides.
You can't leave well enough alone.
Hana spins in Hoshiguma's hands, a blazing circle of fury. The longsword's edge strikes it and buckles, shattering to pieces. The ninja with the dagger dives into the ground, dodging the whirling shield before it can shred limbs. Only then does the third figure, hidden all this time in the shadows, appear, sending a cluster of flash drives silently hurtling toward Hoshiguma's unprotected head. It's too late to call it a warning, so Momoka leaps to her feet, trying to imitate a movie scene. She swings her shoulder bag in an attempt to bat the little drives back. Momoka takes a direct hit. Ah. There's a faint crackling sound. She doesn't even have time to cry out before she crumples to the floor, limp as a rag, just like Moriuchi.
Gah! Momoka! You're the last one standing. You either come with me quietly, or you end up on the floor like them. Overestimating your own abilities is never a good thing. Enough talk. Have at you.
The projectiles come from every direction, expected and otherwise, only to shatter against the whirling Hanya.
She's trying to run while carrying the other two on her back. Stop her!
Hoshiguma's so tough, carrying both of them. Hoshiguma charges the nearest ninja head-on. The Black Cloud assassin slams into the shield, snapping many ribs. Ouch! She's about to break through the encirclement, while her shoulder suddenly feels light. Something has yanked Moriuchi up into the air.
A hook?
Moriuchi is still dangling in midair when Momoka is snatched up, like a doll caught in a crane machine. Hanya slices through the rope attached to the grappling hook. Momoka drops safely into Hoshiguma's arms, while the old yatai owner is flung by the momentum and lands in a heap in front of his own cart. I'm sorry, Moriuchi. I shouldn't laugh at that, but... One of the ninjas seizes the olden man, leaps into the air, and vanishes among the buildings of Nita Street. Hello? Hoshiguma.
You came to pretty quickly.
My neck really hurts.
Looks like some scorch marks. I think you got zapped. Rinse it and cover it, and it shouldn't leave a scar.
Aww. Yeah, they're like mini tasers.
There might be more attackers coming in from Kajimachi. Do you have somewhere we can lie low for a bit?
My place, but I bet Kimi's already sent guys over there.
Doesn't matter. We'll hide in plain sight. They won't expect us to go there, and if someone is there, we'll just go somewhere else.
Perfect. That way, I can bring Hasuke along too.
Hasuke? Never mind. I'll explain later. The longer we stall, the more goons will show up. Which way to your place? Let's go. Kami-sama, you... are already gone.
Myrtle skin is just so cute. I love it. Ooh, tutorial. Snowflake screen. Snowflake-like dolls royal. Like a trapped memory knocking on the screen from inside, looking for a way out. The agitation ceases, and a cold face emerges from the crack. She's Myrtle, the one who helps you the most with my cost.
How nostalgic. It's a stress relief helper. Back in the day, people enjoyed seeing certain fates hitting and bouncing off them. But its popularity waned after we realized it would charge itself and beat us down once it was all juiced up. I've been on the receiving end myself. Hurts a lot. There's a fate striker here too. Perfect then. This one, Doctor. Hit the switch. Before this guy charges up, it takes damage whenever it bounces a certain fate back. We always call this Fate Burst. Doctor, if you see a Fate Striker near a stress relief helper, then try to smash ASAP when certain fates won't damage the helpers once they're fully charged. They pack quite the punch, so it's best to hit them before they hurt you. Leave the front to me, and I'll leave the rest to you.
通すものか。
Sheesh. Okay. Saving her for the next Higashi event sounds good then. I'll just start facing up. So far, so good.
何を待ってる？
Those punch-out machines are funny. I've seen punching stuff at arcades, but they're kind of mean because they're tallish, so hitting them is difficult. It's not just a skill issue. It's an everything issue.
分かった。任せる。仲間には当たらない。虚空の行為を。
Uh-oh.
倒れろ。
Oh, this is chaos. Got him. Phew.
完璧な勝利だ。みんなお疲れ様。
I can do one more than have time to eat, I think. Legacy of Ruin. The seed has been planted. All that follows is the name of the greater, more beautiful sacrifice. I'm glad that Haruka got over her fear of Hoshiguma. Ochin is also cute. Put me down, I can walk on my own.
Alright.
What happened? My room, it's a complete mess. Have Kimbe's guys been here already?
Careful, someone might be lying in ambush.
Momoka ignores Hoshiguma's warning and runs towards the window. Hasuke? How could this happen? Who cut my Hasuke?
Cut?
Following Momoka to the window, Hoshiguma sees the objects lined up on it and... a flower pot. There's only the stem of a plant left. The upper half has been severed. Why? What a hater! They killed her son! Hoshiguma turns her head towards the trash can and sees the upper half lying inside. Why?
Hasuke is a tree?
A sapling. It didn't grow much because I haven't been taking good care of it. Who did this and why?
Momoka, calm down.
Let me go. I'll give revenge for Hasuke. That was her son! Poor Hasuke. For some reason, Momoka seems to get angry with each word that Hoshiguma says. Her eyes are wide, she is panting hard and trembling all over, seemingly willing to fight to the death. Hoshiguma instinctively takes a step back and even has the urge to gulp, something that she does not often do. Not that Momoka is trying to do anything to her, but Momoka intends to kill. Hoshiguma can sense it. All for her son. Hoshiguma takes another step back and touches a water bottle. She immediately pours a cup of water and hands it to Momoka.
Here, have some water.
Momoka does not answer. She snatches the cup out of Hoshiguma's hands and empties it in a single gulp, leaving bite marks on the edge of the paper cup. At least it seems to have calmed her down a little. If only a little. It must have been Kimbe's people who did this to Hasuke, right?
Very likely.
But why? Why did they cut Hasuke to vent their anger just because I wasn't home? How could they do this?
Judging from what I can see in the trash can, Hasuke wasn't in very good shape.
Momoka takes a big step towards Hoshiguma. Hoshiguma almost knocks over the water bottle as she flinches. Of course Hasuke's in bad shape. How could it be anything else when all my time is occupied with work?
Huh?
Of course I wanted Hasuke to grow up healthy and keep changing its pots until it was too big for my room. But I have to do overtime when the agency asks. I don't get home until 3 or 4 in the morning, and a lot of times I don't even remember when I last watered it. But that's okay. I could take notes and measure the water. But the people at the agency laugh at me when I say that I want to take Hasuke with me on long trips. I try those blogger tips and put eye drop vials into the soil, but it doesn't work. Hasuke's leaves are always yellow when I come back from a long trip, and I almost wilted a few times. I had to work hard to save it every time. How can it grow when it's always on the brink of death?
It's very important to you, is it?
That's her baby! The question that came to Hoshiguma's mind was a rare species, but she immediately realizes that it is not what she should ask.
Is it a gift from someone dear to you?
No, I picked it up from the roadside.
The roadside?
I came to Mitsukue with Hanamaru, a cloud beast that I kept for a long time. As my work got busier, I had no longer time to care for her, so I gave her away with her climbing rack. I bought a similar one to remember her. I knew I didn't have time to keep a pet, so I thought I would keep a plant.
And that was Hasuke?
No, my first one was Ron. I tried my best to take care of Ron, following the instructions in the manual to a letter, but after a few months... Hoshiguma glanced at the flower pot next to the cloud beast's climbing rack. A little seedling sprouted in Ron's pot. I asked the flower shop owner and he said it was a berry seedling, and suggested that I changed pots. That was Ichigo. Then the windows of my room broke on a windy day, and by the time I got back home... Ron, Ichigo, Matsumaru, Togedono... My plants always died in strange ways. Togedono died because of a flood upstairs. Sheesh! I started suspecting the plants and I just weren't good together, but I couldn't keep a pet because I might have to go on a long trip at a moment's notice at any time. But I would come home to an empty room without even a single blade of grass I could talk to without putting on a mask. I couldn't take it anymore, which is why I got Tamasaburo.
This electronic pet? What happened to Tamasaburo?
When I talked to the repair shop owner, he said that it left the factory with a defective motherboard. So unlucky. I picked up Hasuke with its pot from a trash dump on the way back from the repair shop. When I found Hasuke, I made up my mind. I would give up on keeping a plant if I couldn't keep it alive. With tears in her eyes, Momoka walks from one end of the window still to the other, showing them to Hoshiguma one by one. Hoshiguma's not sure whether to laugh or cry until Momoka pulls up the last bag open. Aww. And she even found him abandoned and took him home. It's not a memorial for a pet or plant, but two memorial tablets. The names inscribed upon them are Kazuhiko Shino and Kumiko Shino.
What is this?
My mama and papa.
You don't mean...
No, it's not that. I grew up in Gokawa, near the southern border. It was a small backwater nomadic city. In Kaneshiro territory, it was known for its plastics and chemical plants and nothing else. Waste in the factories had polluted the water supply. People didn't know they were drinking polluted water until a few years before I was born. I managed to grow up pretty healthy, but my parents were not so lucky. Papa died when I was very little, around 5 or 6 years old. I was brought up by my mother. I don't remember much about Papa, as her mama. She was never in good health. She complained about not being able to see clearly, feeling numb in her hands and feet, and was also prone to falling. The Kaneshiro clan hushed things up, giving people with clear health problems a pittance, while finding all sorts of excuses to deny relief to people who could still take care of themselves. Mama's condition has really deteriorated by the time Kinbei's agency scouted me, partly by persuasion and partly by coercion. She passed away not long after my debut. I wanted to attend her funeral, but the agency wouldn't let me because I had become someone well known by then, and they didn't want people to know that I came from Gokawa.
Wow, not even letting her go to her mom's funeral.
They gave me the surname Hanyu, which sounds northern, because the surname Shino might clue people in to where I came from. My relatives took care of the funeral, but the agency prohibited me from telling them the true reason why I couldn't go back. They cut ties with me after sending Mama's spirit tablet and ashes to me. The agency told me that the best way to comfort my parents' souls was to become a star. Like force-feeding a foul beast, they kept telling me to become the biggest star in Mitsukue, in Higashi, on Terra, that it was the meaning of my entire existence. And so I kept walking down this path, forcing myself to believe that they were right, until a few days ago. My performing career was the entirety of my life. Anything that could help my career I had to do, no matter how unwilling I was. Anything that could hurt my career, I couldn't touch, no matter how attractive it was. But I'm tired. I would be, even without all those strange Kaidan that keep me on the edge every day. It's not that I don't like my work, but who can I talk to about things other than work? So, This is what it's come to. Nothing I kept ever lived long. The memories forming a long row on my windowsill. Silly, isn't it? A girl who kills anything she tries to keep. Momoko Hanyu should go home alone, take off her makeup, shower, brush her teeth, and go straight to bed, then straight to work the next day when she wakes up. Momoko Hanyu should do exactly as her agency says and stop trying to have a life outside of her performing career. But Hasuke lived for a long time, even though I never took good care of it. But now...
Momoka. Sorry, what's your real name?
Haruka. Mama and Papa gave me the name because they wanted me to go far away from Dokawa, away from the dirty water that killed them without taste or smell, to live in freedom. I made it far away, alright, and for living in freedom...
Should I call you?
No, don't. Call me Momoka. Momoka Hanyu.
Sorry.
It's not that I don't like the name my parents gave me. How could I not like it? But I've come too far. I don't have a choice anymore. Haruka Shino has no parents, no relatives, no friend who knows a name. A breeze. A breeze is all it takes to blow her away. All I am is Momoka Hanyu, the performer. Even if the agency doesn't want me anymore, even if Kimbe wants me to get empathy, even if he's trying to silence me, Momoka Hanyu is the only thing I am, and the only thing I can be. Silence.
Then, pack up, Momoka. We're leaving. Kimbe's ninjas could come back at any time. We need to go to Kajimachi.
Yeah. Dager wipes her tears and starts packing silently. Then she looks at Hoshiguma, forcing a smile on her tear-stained face. Say, can we go and see that fireworks tomorrow? I've been living in Mitsukue for so many years, but I've never had the chance. Never had the time to go. I used to tell Mio-san that I would go to the riverside and watch the fireworks if I ever lost my job. Now, it looks like... well... She never finishes the sentence as her smile gradually fades, as though she knows that it's a silly question and is just waiting for someone to interrupt. Hoshiguma cannot find the words to console her. I mean, heck yeah, it's toxic. Just leave.
Bring it on, Bagayato.
I'll pay you double for that. Gomikuzu Kinbe is paying out to cut off the little white tail of his. I wanted a belt to go with this outfit anyway.
Stop throwing this crap. What's in it? Kimbe's dirty photos or something? How much do you have to hate it to throw stuff like this?
Imagine if on the flash drives they had a bunch of pictures of him.
Watch your tongue. That's what I was waiting for.
A jam? Are you kidding me? Oof. Ouch. My hand, I can't move it. What do those famous people say in their death poems? In the 50 years of human life? Well, I haven't lived that long.
Shut it. I was just planning to take you to the Oyabun, but it looks like Mitsukue would be a better place without you.
Huh, now ain't that an honor?
Shut up and accept your death. Let your spirit become a ghost that shall not know rest. What's that? My blade. It was broken by a shogi piece?
Dang, by a shogi piece.
Careful, Tessai. They mean business. Take this, old bastard.
The ninja yells at Tessai, but throws a broken sword to Kichisai lying on the ground. Kichisai sees Tessai's movements clearly for the first time. His iron fan pulls in the broken blade like a magnet. Tessai swings the fan, and the blade flies from the fan.
Grog!
Thanks, old man. You saved my skin.
You want to sleep? Do it in bed. You still have to mind the parlor tomorrow.
All right.
Footsteps. Are there more of them?
Hi.
Hoshiguma, Momoka too. Are you alright? Were you crying, Momoka?
I'm fine.
Kichisei, you...
We'll be dead if the old man didn't show up.
Uncle Tessai, Momoka's being hunted by Kime's people and has nowhere to go. I want to hide her in Kajimachi for a while.
No problem, plenty of space in the old man's pachinko parlor. Kichisei takes one glance at Tessa and realizes that he's not exactly in great mood. What I mean is, she can stay upstairs in my shop.
Humph, suit yourself.
Thanks, old man. I'll take her.
One moment, do you really plan on parading her through the town as though the son of a mine doesn't exist?
You mean Tetsuya? He's been snooping around. The girl can stay at my place until he leaves. He won't go there.
Yep, he won't go there after all. Well, let's go home.
Tetsuya? The Lucky Star ain't open today. What are you trying to do barging in while I'm out?
I'm sorry. I was looking for the Northern Court spy and haven't searched your home yet, so...
I'm the only one here. Do I look like a spy to you?
Wait, how'd you get hurt? Was it Northern Court?
Why would a Northern Court spy attack me? Just got in a little fight, that's all. All I need is a good night's sleep.
How about I bandage it up for you?
I almost forgot you started studying medicine before working for Kinbei and wanted to try your skills on anyone in town with a bump or bruise. Must have read too many sword fight manga. Fine, suit yourself. Let's see if your skills have improved.
Who did this to you? It almost went all the way through.
Would you believe me if I said it was Kinbei?
Don't talk bad about Mifune-san, Kichise. He's doing it for the greater good.
Forget the greater good. I remember how you were crying about how you were gonna become a sword master and clear out your mom's name. What happened to that with the development of Kajimachi? Did the window displays in the luxury shops eat up all your time?
I left. I didn't have to live off compensation money like you all. And I didn't want you to think that I was working for him out of greed.
What kind of bloody baka are you? I'm not kidding. It was Kimi's men who did this to me. I'll be dead if your pop didn't step in.
What?
Ouch.
Sorry, but no, why would Mifune-san want to kill you? It must be a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? I saw Hoshigumo once at the shrine, and then his men started telling me. You tell me where the misunderstanding is.
I'll go and find him. I'll smooth things over, and if he's really angry at you for some reason.
Are you his son? You're beyond saving, seriously. I want to introduce to the muzzle of my gun to that dumbass mouth of yours. Now get lost before I actually do it. I'll wrap up the rest of my wounds myself. What a loser. The boy is so lost.
So that's the truth behind the Kaidan? What about your family home, Shimasu, Sanoguchi? That bastard Kinbei killed all of them?
Strictly speaking, I only have proof for Sanoguchi.
Do they have evidence? Then Moriuchi, Momoka, and the so-called Kami? Do you have proof for the diet candidate dying by your hand 20 years ago?
I wouldn't put it pathetic, more like Tetsuya just had really bad circumstances. He has no one to turn to, which is sad.
I could never forget what happened that night. You came back with blood all over you, standing at the door of this very manor, not saying a single word. I thought you had failed to stop Kinbei, but you told me that the diet was dead and that you killed him. You accidentally killed Shuji, whom you were close to, while trying to stop Kinbei. Then you went berserk and started killing indiscriminately. The diet candidate was dead by the time you came to your senses. Who can prove that you did it? Only yourself, when you don't even remember what happened.
Hello, hello. Today's been decent. I slept most of it away. Hey, sleep.
If you think that Mifune didn't kill Shimasu and the others, what makes you say that you killed the diet candidate?
Well,
there was a succession crisis brewing, and you did indeed kill brothers of the clan, not one but several. You thought the people wouldn't accept someone who would kill her own brothers. Indeed, you couldn't accept it yourself.
hello, hello. I feel like my day is still young because I slept most of it away. I woke up like, what? 4 or 5 hours ago?
The diet candidate was dead, and my relationship with you was much better than with Kinbei. Placing the blame on you would prove that I was fair and unbiased, at least. Kinbei was a valued administrator who was conducting the bulk of Kinseki Kai's transformation. He put in honest work back then, and was more valuable than someone like you, who only contributed to fighting. All of these were things that you said to me the next day when your reason had fully returned. Your arguments were valid for the greater good, and impossible to ignore at the time. Did any of it have to do with who killed the diet candidate, though? I wanted a straight answer. Did you kill the diet candidate by the name of Koreto? Yes or no? You said yes. The rest was history. I pinned the blame on you, then smuggled you to the Lungmen. To everyone else, you had gone missing, most likely committed suicide because you feared punishment for the murder. But one lie must be covered up by another lie. If you'd killed the diet candidate, then Kimbe and his people must have gone to protect him. Things snowballed from there. Let me ask you again, Hoshiguma. Did you kill the candidate? If the answer is yes, then there is nothing else to say. I did my best after you committed the deed, and it is my fault that the Kinseki-kai has become what it is today. If not...
Tessai says nothing more, but gazes straight into Hoshiguma's eyes.
The one thing I hoped when I came back was that my sacrifice was not in vain, and that things had gotten better for the Kinseki-kai. But I was wrong.
So you didn't kill him?
No, I don't know. I remember nothing from when I accidentally killed Shuji until I saw the candidate's lifeless body. All I know is that I had gone on a rampage.
Then why do you say yes?
Hoshiguma says nothing and looks in the direction of her family home.
Because of your father?
Daddy? What are you doing here, Papa? Well, why are there so many bad people lying on the ground? Did you kill all of them?
It's alright, Kajimachi is safe. Uncle Tessai's looking for you.
Isn't Aunt Sensuko? Grandma Kinua too. Did the bad people kill them? Even Tetsuya? Let's go, Papa. We need to tell Uncle Tessai. Well, why are you pointing your blade at me? Uncle Tessai, something's wrong with Papa. Papa?
Yes, your father had killed Tetsuya in his madness, but what do Setsuko and my mother's death have to do with him? Hadn't he been protecting them? I told you, Tetsuya, not just him. What happened to your father too was all the fault of those wandering Oni. None of this would have happened if not for them. Besides, since when did they say that you needed to take responsibility for what your father did?
I'm not taking responsibility for him. All I know is that I was just like him at the time. It was either me or Kimbe who killed the candidate. It wouldn't have been anyone else. But it could have been me. And if things had got on, it would have been me sooner or later.
The aging Oni grabs his shogi piece from the table and smashes it to bits on the ground.
Yes, I was angry at your father, but you've always been like a daughter to me. Do you know who I was thinking of when I made that Oni face on Hanya? Do you know why I gave it to you? Why I gave you the shield before you left? It was for you that I made Hanya, so that you wouldn't repeat the mistakes of your father. That fallen noble house where I bought the materials and craftsmanship once had a splendid collection of legendary weapons. The stories say that they stole the secret arts of the temple, allowing them to craft weapons that were not only incredibly sharp, but also able to suppress the madness of the Oni. I didn't know if it was real, but the craftsmanship certainly was, and I made the shield intending for it to be my final work. But I felt hesitant at the ultimate step.
The handle?
The handle. According to the laws of the secret art, the part connected to the palm must be polished by the wielder personally, until it fits comfortably in their bare hand. It was like someone had poured cold water over me. The intention clearly was to make one learn self-discipline. What discipline would it take to polish a piece of metal until it fits comfortably in the hand? There'd be no need for any secret art. So I never gave you the shield, which was why everyone who felt themselves up to it had designs on the clan's leadership. That's why there was so many internal clashes at the time. High-ranking members looked for any opportunity to take each other out. But it was the rank and file who suffered the most. Even the honest folk of Kajimachi became caught in the struggle. That's how the events of that night came to be.
Hoshiguma is silent.
Karma, karma! Right or wrong, things have come too far. There's no way to turn back the clock. How's Lungman been?
This shield was always just meant to be a present. Well, all the others just took it out of proportion. So clearly that shield's made for successors. It's like, nah, he just wants to make a present for his daughter. Hoshiguma, you were a daughter to me, so I'm gonna make you the best shield ever. But now I'm feeling too shy to give it to you. It's like, oh dang, he spent so much money to make that shield. It must be the most important thing ever. Anyone who wields a shield must be the new leader, huh?
If life hasn't been kind, Take your weapon, and we'll have Kimbe's head. If that's the last thing we do, we're descendants of warriors, and we'll have a warrior's death. If life has been alright, then leave now and never think about Kinbe or me again. What happened between your father and I is between the two of us. It's not your fault. Stop going against your heart for the greater good. It's not your place to do so.
Lungmen has been kind to me.
For the first time tonight, Tessai seems Hoshiguma's gaze meet his.
I'm glad to hear that.
But I'll go with you.
Why?
If this is indeed karma, then I want to clean up the loose ends before I go back to Lungmen.
Very well. Give Hane to me.
You decided how you're gonna reforge it?
The reforged Hane would already have been yours if you hadn't been running around with it, with that Momoka girl. What's this ribbon?
A gift from my friends in Lungmen. I've been using it.
Take this as a step forward that you've learned to make compromises. I wouldn't bet against you if you faced Chi Xiao once again, willing to reforge Hanya.
It's a good thing to reforge Hanya, but there's someone I need to rescue. Kimbe's got Moriuchi.
The information broker who sells Olden. The reforging of Hanya can't wait.
The kind were fabricated by Kinbe. The only people who know this are you, me, and Momoka, a certain Kami, and Moriuchi. Kinbe would never let him walk. It's partially my fault that he's in danger. I need to help him fast.
I've got something for you if you need a weapon.
The old man takes out a dusty box from the corner.
What's in the box?
Your old outfit and sword. I've kept them in decent enough condition. The one that you wielded that night. Take it. Unless you mean to tell me that you've not changed one bit these 20 years.
All right.
Imagine being able to fit something from... After all that time, though. Dang.
I see you haven't lost any of your guts. I've been meaning to ask, what have you been doing in Lungmen? Your clothes are a little too plain for a triad, but it doesn't seem like you've been leading a quiet life either. What's going on?
Oh, I joined the Lungmen police.
Come again?
I work for the LGG, the Lungmen police.
Yoop. No wonder the room stinks of cop.
The way he's entertained by that. You became a cop, silly girl.
ほらパレードがやってくるよ
Ooh, how do I do this? It should be fine.
ここっていい景色だね
Go get him. Okay, this is fine.
今日もよろしくね
Well, based on that little... The movie that Haruka was recording, it seemed like... Before going on a rampage, the Oni... Madam Oni was... given a spiked drink. So I wonder if that would have caused a rampage.
残念ねチリすら残らなかった
Okay, this seems decent so far.
終焉だけど君たちはまだ何か待ってる
Ball.
どうせ死ぬなら道連れにしてやる
Yeah, let's put her down for fun. Why not? We're balling here.
今こそ皆さんをお助けする時です私に距離を合わせ
Okay, so far so good.
本気を出す宝石に刻む戒名はもう決まったか
Ta-da! Team Bay. Are you really going to Kajimachi, Mifune-san?
It's between me, Tessa, and Hoshiguma. I have to put an end to it personally.
If things go according to your plan, Tessai will yield, even without Hanya.
Does the idea of Hoshiguma coming back upset you so?
I don't see the need for it.
True, you would have much more work to do if she came back. I'll tell you this plainly, since you'll someday take over for me. What do you think is the most important to living well in Mitsukue?
Unity?
No, the most important thing is beauty. A fine appearance will turn the people's prejudices on their head. You and I, we all benefit from it.
That's why they dress so fancy and make their hair all pretty like too. It's like, we're hot. That means the people will like us.
If I kept looking like a thug, they would have kicked me off camera the first time I was on TV. I never could have built Kinseki channel into what it is today. It's important that we conduct our business with the proper look, with beauty. There's an Earthsign author, his name escapes me. He says that if a gun appears in the first act of a story, then a Lateran must hold it by the third act, at the latest.
I believe there's a Colombian group with the name Black Steel that uses guns as well, Mifune-san.
Well, you know what I mean. Mitsuku is too big, and it has grown too quickly. A lot of times it's hard for us to tell if we're doing the right thing. And so we must make sure that everything we do has a proper beginning and end, and everyone in their proper place. And the trigger of every gun is pulled by the end. This is a proper appearance. This is beauty.
If I get your meaning, you want to see everything through to the bitter end.
Think of it however you want. Feel free to put any words to the test. To put my words to the test once you become the 4th chairman of the Kinseki Kai. Right now, though, you should prepare to deal with Hoshiguma.
She's a tough one.
But she's an Oni, and one who's already gone berserk once. Have you heard of an individual by the name of Chiulan?
All I know is that he lived a very long time ago, and it's something to do with the Oni and the temples.
Setting aside the old warrior tale, those old warrior stories, it's this legend that Tessai talked about the most. I don't know if they are true, and they're often contradictory. For example, Tessai has told at least 3 different versions of how Chiulan died. But my favorite version is cruel and beautiful. Before he reached Nirvana and entered Kashnana, Chiulan heard the cries of the last Oni when they were forced to become people of Ashihara. By then, however, Chiulan no longer had the strength to leave Ashoka, nor wield the sword to save his people, or even keep his fiery blue wrath in check. The flames of rage overtook Chiulan's soul. He lost all reason, and in his mad rampage destroyed an entire army, even as he lay on the gates of death. But the kin whom he was trying to protect were also destroyed by his sword. It is unknown whether Chiulan died of exhaustion or took his own life, or whether he was so heartless that he attained nirvana, fully at peace with himself, in spite of what he did.
I'm not sure you're telling me the legend of Chiulan right now.
An Oni at its frailest, when it realizes its own powerlessness, as to whether what follows next is depression or madness, our foes already demonstrated the answer once. Now, get some rest. I have a guest to greet. Mifune-san, I bid you good health. You're not hurt, are you? No, I haven't slept better in a long while. Yes, in your line of work, it's important to be of good humor, to smile, to be inquisitive. Call Hoshiguma, tell her that I have something to discuss. See, Mifune-san, Hoshiguma helps me a lot, you know. How did you discover the truth of the Wanyudo? Yes, but not only that, right? What was going on through your mind when you stood in front of your yatai? At a loss, thinking about all those years you wasted chasing the Kaidan, weren't you? Now you know it was all fabricated. You were fooled by me and these Kaidan stories I made up. Why? Why did you do it? None of your business. Just think of it as a stroke of bad luck. But life goes on, after all. So if you're willing, there's something more concrete you can seize. Are you trying to bribe me? Bribe? No, make a call. Make the call, and you can keep up your little information broker gig going. Refuse, and you know what the Kinseki Kai does to our enemies. Mifune-san, would you like a reminder of how you lost your right eye? I haven't forgotten. I barged in on one of your negotiations while chasing a Kaidan. I took one eye because you saw what you shouldn't have seen, have seen. I let you keep the other because I valued your talent. And as a warning to you, now it's time you showed me some gratitude. Please, give me a few minutes to think.
Mifune slowly draws his blade. Moriuchi's gaze is fixed upon the blade's tip as it slowly moves to his own throat. He gulps, unsure whether to open his mouth or close it.
What's that sound?
The office door is kicked open before Moriuchi can even react.
Hoshiguma? Go. But you...
Sorry, that was Dad. He's telling me to eat. Father, wait! I'm almost done with this. Like, sheesh! Holy cow, though. The one that Kimbin liked the most for Tuilan. Berserker Tuilan, or Avenger Tuilan, actually. A mixture of both.
He can't keep me. And I have questions for him.
Moriuchi takes one long look at Hoshiguma and hastily leaves.
You don't seem anxious that I took someone right from under your nose. Why should I be anxious when something that I thought would take so much effort suddenly sorted itself out on its own? Why did you forge a letter to bring me back? It's complicated. I just told the story to somebody else, and I'm not in the mood to tell it again. But the old man must know the simplest reason, however slow he might be. Hanya. Hanya? You didn't even think of that. Some Yakuza. No wonder he made an enemy of his own son, him and his beloved Aooni of Hinsekikai. Mio. I'm afraid your break's over. Stall her.
Alright.
You think your boys can beat Uncle Tessai if you stall me? Keep dreaming. Why do you think victory is just a question of combat? What are you planning then? You'll see. Now, I better be going.
Hold it right there. You'll be the one holding it, actually.
Fire and humming. The scattered screens continue to stand, unmoving.
They've escorted Mifune-san away. I'll be your opponent. Your blade. Draw it. No need for the blade if it's you. Is that so?
When an unpleasant sound of metal against metal, a black ethereal hand appears from behind Mio, leisurely wrapping itself around a white tanto. 3 hands, 3 blades.
You're strong, but that doesn't mean you have what it takes to get away from me, much less without drawing your blade. You think the sword's my only weapon?
Before she finishes her sentence, Hoshiguma raises her right leg high and brings it down on the round table beside her with great force. The table flies into the air, blocking her opponent's view. With a powerful leap, Hoshiguma points her sheathed sword at her foe's head. 3 flashes greet her, cutting the table open like a hot knife through butter. The sheath encounters a black hand, delivering great force.
Yeah. Impressive power. Why would you draw your blade? None of your business. You're afraid. Afraid? Me? You're afraid that drawing your blade will cause something that you don't want to happen. Julian's death, I see. What? But what you fear will happen whether you draw your blade or not. It will be your inevitable end, assuming Mifune-san's predictions are accurate. I don't really get it. Despicable. Me? No, not you. Me. Run, flee. Moriuchi does not know how long he has been running. He can feel his own innards shaking and trembling.
Huff, huff, huff. Did I shake them?
You got out on your own?
Who's there?
Forgot me so soon?
Kami-sama?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not here to help you. I don't like the answer about that kaidan that I got at your yatai. I kind of hate it.
I get that.
I plan on cutting ties with you and the kaidan entirely. Perhaps even leave Mitsukue and take a trip to the north. But someone asked me to do something.
The Kanushi? He asked you to find me?
Not him.
Who else could it be, then? You don't mean...
It asked me to bring you a single message. Meet me on your usual rooftop. Oh, he's gonna meet his kami-sama. That's nice.
Could it be?
I've delivered the message. It's time to go. The kami turns around on its unicycle. No sooner has it got on than it sees Moriuchi is already a long way off. Is this how you repay him when he's searched for you for so many years? You know what? It's none of my business. Moriuchi runs up the steps. He is running as hard as he can. A breeze blows in Moriuchi's face as he opens the door. Kimbe just wants her shield. He thinks it's what's needed. Many a sunset has he watched lying on this rooftop, watching the sky turn from red to black until the stars appear before the light is overcome by the neon city. The hour is early and the sky should not look like dusk, but he pays little heed. Perhaps he considers it a sign of the coming of the kami. He could not describe his own emotions as he gazed at the sky. Excitement, anxiety, fulfillment, emptiness, sadness. But he lies there waiting for a guest who may never come. Until the warm breeze sends him into slumber. Father, I think there's something behind the Kamidana.
Behave yourself, Toru. This is a secret shrine.
But it's really there. Come, Toru. It's our turn to pray. Please, Kami-sama, keep our family safe, and may we repay our debt soon.
There, the debt should be settled with some money left over even. Where are the woods?
What are you doing here? Are you bored of the shrine? Kami-sama, arigato. Father's mood has gotten a lot better, and Mother has had time to take me out. Can I come and see you again? No, I'll definitely come and see you again. Our shop just opened. It's really pretty. Do you want to come and see it? I'm sorry, Kami-sama. I've been busy helping out at home and haven't had time to come and see you. Please don't be angry and let me see you. Kami-sama, are you still there? Did you leave? Or do you not want me to see you anymore? I'll treat like you don't want me to see. You don't want to see me, but you're still listening to me, okay? Some things that happen at home, Father may have to go back to manual labor. Mother's been sewing clothes for other people. Her eyesight's declining. But I'm sure none of that has anything to do with you. You give so many blessings to our family. Surely you wouldn't take it all back. Surely. Kami-sama. Father. Father is dead, over drinking. The blow was too great for him.
Where are you? Please, Kami-sama, where are you? This haunted house. It's empty. Something's not right. It's connected to the Nomadic City's superstructure. How am I supposed to search this place? This is far more than just one house or Kajimachi. The whole plate might be connected. No, don't get discouraged. As long as I find that bastard. What's this?
Tetsuya stands dumbfounded, staring at a dozen crates that someone has stacked up here. He blinks a few times and opens one of them.
It's weapons? Katana, crossbows, grenade launchers. Is that the Huashi emblem? The major northern court clan? Is this where they hide their weapons?
He takes out a weapon-filled crate and opens up the one underneath it, finding Northern Court standard issue provisions and medical supplies inside. He furiously takes the crates down one by one, opening all of them. All contain military supplies manufactured by the Northern Court, every single one.
The Northern Court weapons that Papa says aren't here, but they are. You've gone too far, boy. Who are you? Oyabun wanted to look for traces of the Northern Court spies. It's enough that you found them. You've made a lot of work opening these up. One by one. Did you just take my picture? This is big after all. Best keep some evidence to prevent disputes.
Oh no, don't blackmail him.
Let's go. Where to? To see Mifune-san. Wait, you're stalking me? You're stalking me? That's not important. What's important is that you're working for Mifune-san, and so am I. And take the mask off. Huh? You're meeting the Oyabun. It's a little disrespectful to have your mask on, isn't it?
For some reason, Tetsuya feels a chill run up his spine, perhaps from the cold wind blowing up from the tunnels, but he has no choice but to comply. Well, good luck to him. He's just accidentally going in deeper and deeper. But no, he should be fine. Oh no, though. Hopefully the old man won't have to accidentally sacrifice himself to save his son. Like, oops. Yeah, I'm hoping that Tetsuya will be safe. Because I could see them being like, oh, look at what kind of thing your son got into. If you really want your son safe, like you care about your son and his safety, come over here and give me the company. I have proof. Look at this picture. Your son was doing shady stuff. But I guess I'll find out next week. Okay, I'll be good now before Dad gets mad at me. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Epic gacha luck. See you later. Oh gosh, sorry Dad. What was that, like half an hour ago that he said dinner time? Grab food? Oopsie daisies.